Ding
It's a catchy tune. What's the title of that?
Son of a bitch.
It's catchy.
That's the name of the song, son of a bitch.
Oop, wait, that's not up. Start it over. It's up.
Born in a shack down a dusty lane. Could outshoot the boys in a turkey game. Knew how to light a fire with a single spark. He played banjo loud till way past dark. She met a man in a big old gold tower. He had strange hair and a love for power.
They sneak off late to the hayloft high.
While his mama yelled, "Boy, get home by night." Oh, my land, she's tough as nails. Wrangle a hog and outdrink the males. Now she's wearing pearls where the chandeliers are. From the chicken coop straight to the president's car. Joe Biden once called her up for a date. But he showed up late in the wrong damn state. She grinned, honey, you're sweet but slow. I ain't waiting around for a no-show Joe. No, Melodia, she can split a log, outrun a hound, and outshoot a hog. Now she's sipping champagne.
Well, anybody can outshoot a hog.
From the chicken coop straight to the president's car.
I wonder if you've seen this.
From barn dances to the UN floor, still keeps a raccoon by the back porch door.
Drives a tractor around the White House lawn with a mega cap and a dress from Milan. Oh, Melania, she's a backwoods queen, from the mud on her boots to the political scene. Still carries moonshine in a mason jar, from the chicken coop straight to the president's car. Hey! God bless y'all and pass the gravy.
Hey, Heidi.
Hey, Heidi.
Well, welcome to the chat, everyone. Not sure what was that all about, but thank you for tuning in tonight. That
Barely
was
hear you. Mic up.
that was most interesting is all I can say.
Yeah, I was gonna say what backcountry road did she grow up in? She didn't grow up in America.
No, she did not, but hey, I'd have been following her around like a freaking little puppy. It's what the hell's going on here? All right, there we go. That's kind of weird. Well, now it's full screen. Okay, that's even weirder. Let's turn that shit around. Hey, there you go. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to the chat. We were just playing around there with some new music and Melania Trump. Look, I want to see Melania and some Daisy Dukes. So come on, man. Give me a break. Only thing I didn't like about that video, it was making fun of the first lady, but that's fine. I mean, you should be able to tolerate that if you're a first lady. But she wasn't full enough. There's more curves to Melania. She's like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's more like, whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Okay, so she was born in Slovenia.
Yeah.
In 1970, and attained U.S. citizenship in 2006.
She's been a citizen 20 years, people. 20 years. When you hear them, throw her out, throw her out. Yeah, we're going to throw all the rest of you out. Look, all I can say, besides Jacqueline Smith, Sorry, Jacqueline Smith. wrong woman.
Where did she come from?
She was not a first lady. Sorry.
No.
I don't know exactly where that came from, man. I ain't thought of Jacqueline Smith since I was like 14 or something. Damn. Jackie O, Jackie Kennedy. She was pretty. But she didn't have that swagger that Melania does. I mean, being a runway model gives her a little extra swagger when she walks. When you see her walk, she swooshes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd have been a runway model too if I could swoosh. Wonder how Heidi was. You think she swooshes? Heidi, do you swoosh? Where's Kara at? Let's ask her if she swooshes. I wonder where Ginger's at tonight. I'll ask her. Oh, look, he's speaking of devil and it comes in. Did you see that? Oh my God.
What? No.
So I was picking on Heidi about swooshing. And I said, well, where's Carrie? I was going to ask her if she swishes. Man, right as I said it, she pops in.
Oh.
It's like, welcome, Madam K. How are you tonight? No, I loved. We're gonna play that again. Oh yes, we're gonna play it again for sure. Maybe I should look up Millennium and Daisy Dukes. It's funny. I was doing an interview with a Russian paper a while back, and I've done quite a few Russian interviews, to be honest with you. And it's really weird because first off, the host, they speak English. And the problem is they want to speak American English, but they're really speaking British English, which of course, by the way, is different than American English. Some of your words are different than ours. Some things mean different things, but they just do. So I didn't make the rules, but anyway, so it's a little weird when you're talking to them, and we got stuck on this one question because they asked me about Vladimir Putin. And he said, if you don't want to answer, I understand. And I said, well, dude, what happens if I say something they don't like? Will they come get you? He's like, why? You don't like Vlad? I'm like, well, I said, that's not what I mean. I said, I'm just asking you the question. He said, well, I don't think they would. He said, you're way over in America. What the hell can you do? They can always just block the broadcast. I said, well, that's true. I said, well, the good part is I don't really hate the guy. I said, he likes to ride around with his shirt off, which I think, wow, this crazy fucking bastard. And no. If I was built like Vlad, I would not be riding around on a horse half naked. Maybe after some push-ups, get some pec implants or something. He's got the money. Then you can get out here. Oh, I'm Vladimir Putin. Look at me. Oh, hey, we'll kick your fucking ass. A limp.
There you go.
What the hell is a limp switch? So you go like,
No, she said she doesn't switch. She has a little limp. Instead.
That's what I'm saying, though. She's probably got a partial switch, so it's probably like,
oh.
What's that, Jack? No, that was the Arthur's Quill that was on before this. I did give away 2 book 37s in honor of Miss Barbara Lund, who was on with us. She's a ex-police officer who's a writer, and she's a lot of fun to talk to. She was still a police officer when I talked. She's retired now, 2 years. And she was 5 years ago, 6, something like that. So I was there for book 36, and we're on book 42. So you do the math. Yeah. I've been hanging out with her about 7 years. I haven't found anything, none of that stuff that you're talking about, which I'm not going to repeat on air. I've never found any of that to be true. They are courteous, nice, kind people who are far more fucking patient than I am. Some of the shit they put up with, I'd be like, okay, you know what? Let me just fucking put you back in a plane and send you back to England. How's that, asshole? Oh, no, I'm serious. That's how no. I mean, think about this. Okay. You join this contest. You win this contest. You live in London, England, or some shithole town we've never heard of in England. So you get a taxi, you go to you get your mom or whoever, your dad, your husband, whoever wife, whoever drops you off at the airport, okay? So they drop you off at the airport, get on the plane, which you're not paying for, by the way. Now remember, you're in shithole England. Fly into Los Angeles, California. So and you land. You get off, they send someone to pick you up. You get picked up. You're going to be, they like to stay at the Lowe's or the Roosevelt hotels, both high end hotels. The Roosevelt is actually on Hollywood Boulevard. The Lowe's is a half a block off of Hollywood Boulevard, but the mall's connected, so it doesn't matter. So it's all right there. Everything is right there. All the services are down the road. You can go and because you're going to spend some time there, and there's a lot of activities there, and there's a lot that goes on. And they're paying for all this. The only thing you pay for is what you eat and your tuxedo or your ball gown for the gala event. That's it. And even if you poor like the rest of us, they put out snacks and all over the place so you can snack your way through the day. And some of the judges, because even though they're rich now and they got big books and big movies to their names, they used to be poor, starving artists, so they remember what it's like, to be trying to get out and make it. And they already got admiration for you because you've made it this far. You've won the contest. You're there as a winner. And all these different judges pick you, and these are some big name judges that are picking you to win. It's interesting contest. And then the week that you're there, you learn so much about being an author that it's insane. And it's not just about writing or characters; it's also about the business side of it. What's the difference between this company, that company, this company? When are you? Yeah, when should you be a limited liability? When should you grow to different stages, all the way up to a corp? There's levels. Limited liability just means that if you F up, they're not going to take all your shit away from you. Yeah, it's the cheapest and easiest. And my company wasn't. I had to go higher than that because I had higher dollar policies. My minimum insurance probably was $5 million. We worked on buildings that were worth more than that. Yeah, well, it's whatever for me, it's whatever our lowest building was. And it was a building we had over in Metairie that was worth about $8 million. So it was a big square, 2-story monstrosity of a building. Took up like a half a block. So they made it so. And after that, we had bigger buildings. So it was just, Well, no, because we were the general contractor and the maintenance contractor. So we handled all that shit. So we had to be insured.
But you have to maintain an insurance policy in case you accidentally knock the building over.
Yeah. See, people always think it's always funny because people are like, "Damn, they're not supposed to blow the horn around here." People always think, "Oh, because you got to insure your employees." Well, yeah, you do, but fuck the employees. These buildings are expensive. So even if an employee got semi-hurt, but not to the point where he's going to be out of work, he's going to eventually come back. That's not going to cost us a bunch of money. It's not going to cost the insurance company a bunch of money, not in the real world sense. But man, you knock out a load bearing strut, you just did $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 worth of damage. And if the shit falls through to the first floor, you just did $1.5 million worth of damage, and you got to pay to get it fixed. So and it's easy. Or if one of you guys is putting on a roof and he catches the roof on fire, burns the fucking building down, well, you just did whatever the building was worth damage. Not just that.
We walk through the lobby with the ladder on your shoulder, and someone says, "Hey," and you turn and you take out the front bay window. That's on the construction company.
The thing about this, people, it's not just the building; it's all the businesses inside the building, because it's not just one company; it's a bunch of them. So now you are now liable for every company in the building's business. Yeah, you're screwed if you don't have a big policy. Adios, amigos. You're a done contract at that point. No, we were lucky. We worked hard not to get in trouble. We like to sometimes we would do stuff to double up. This is an old story, but when my stepson first came to work for me, we were building an addition on the side of his house, just a little shed. I mean, it wasn't even really a shed. It was just like an enclosure. 2 walls, some supports, some netting, and a little roof, right? So the building inspector comes out and says, he passes the inspection, but it says worst, shabbiest thing he's ever seen, but it does pass code. My partner got so pissed he wanted, that's not, leave him alone. Don't worry about it. You're getting paid, everything. The place looked good. Still to this day, we don't know what he was bitching about. But anyway, here comes Hurricane Katrina. Levels the whole block, and guess what's fucking still standing? The shed that we built. It's still intact, standing there. Whole front of fucking house is going, side of the house going, shed still there.
And it don't have to look pretty to be code, that's for sure.
And the best part is, because they were trying to get us to come do inspection was with him because I couldn't find inspectors. But we were already doing our own work. I ran into him. I said, "Oh, remember that shit?" He said, "Yeah, I see you. Don't be an asshole." You said. He said, "Yeah, well." He said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "I was just having a bad day." It's like, okay, well, all right, whatever. At least he admitted he's an asshole. Oh man. One of my favorites is I'm working in this tower in New Orleans. Beautiful job. Inspector's been coming out. Everything's fine. So here we go. Final inspection. Da-da-da-da-da. He comes. He said, "Everything looks good." And he does this. I'm like, reach out to see. He pulls his hand back. And I'm like, he said, "Joe, you know it's like 1,500 minimum, right?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he tells me, I said, I got pissed. I said, "You know what?" I said, I'm because I'm stuck between him and my people and the owner. I'm like, fuck. I said, "All right, no problem. Let's go. I'll go get the cash out of the bank." He said, he said, "You're not gonna be a dick about it." I said, No, I'll see you in the future. I said, "I got to do business in the city just like you got to live here." I said, "It's not worth getting in a big hubbub fighting and pissing every inspector off in 2 cities at me." I said, "No problem." So I gave it to him. And then we just left it as it was. Seen him a couple other places, bought me a lunch a couple times here and there, ran into him. So then we were doing this big job, not far from where this one was. So I said, "You know what? I know what this motherfucker's gonna do." So I called a friend of mine, Bill Hurley. He works big wig over at the city building. So he comes over. He said, "No, Joe, none of our inspectors would be like that." I said, "Just come hang out." I said, because it was a restaurant, so we had part of it closed. The other part was still open, so they could make money while we were working. So we're in there working. So he's sitting at the far side of the corner. Your boy comes in. He said, "Man, hey, y'all getting it whooped out in here, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Hold on, man." I said, "Your payment." And I said, "Well," and I look back. It's in the envelope on the table over there, right? He said, "Oh, really? You got it?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Because we're gonna wrap up tomorrow morning, either today or tomorrow morning." I said, "So I won't have time to catch up with you." He said, "All right, no problem. I appreciate it." He goes over, he's fixing, starts counting, takes his stuff, and throws the envelope down, puts stuff in his pocket. Your boy reaches through the plastic, whoosh, pulls him through the plastic, and he goes, "What the fuck?" And then he realizes he's in a restaurant. And he pulls him down, sits him down, and Chase said, "You know you're going to jail, right?" He said, "You do know this." And he looks over at me. I said, "I had nothing to do with this. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is, man. Don't look at me." And he got 7 years. He got 11 years, but they jewed it down to 7. And I think he ended up serving 3 or 4. But he was pissed, dude. Just
I mean, it's your own fault if you do that and you get caught. You can't blame.
He was, and because I've never had an inspector do that before. Usually they're like, "Hey, Joe, what you doing?" I mean, don't get me wrong, I've taken a lot of inspectors out to lunch. I bought a lot of stuff, hung out with them and stuff, but nothing giving them any real money. Because if you do and you get caught, your ass is going to jail too. So fuck that. And but it was so nice to see that guy reach through the thing and grab him. He like to literally crapped himself right there. And when he seen his face, he knew he was in deep shit. Because and the reason he got as much time as he did, if it would have just been me, he'd have probably got time served. They'd have probably gave him like 3 years probation, time served or something.
Yeah.
But when they started digging into it, they found out there was other complaints.
He started everybody, yeah.
Started going back and talking to other customers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, man, yeah." He said sometimes it would double and stuff. You're like, "Fuck." Then they found out the guy did a lot of gambling. It was over with after that. It was done. You can't, because our margins were too tight back then to be just randomly giving someone $1, $2, $3, $4, $5,000. That's money I could be giving to myself or somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
The most money I ever made on one job. I don't know if I feel comfortable saying that here. No. Have I made more than $250,000 a job? Yeah, I have. I can tell you that. That's not the most of it, but I have. Well, one of the office buildings we remodeled after Katrina, the contract on the building was $750,000, and then we added right smack in the middle of it. Because think about this: we got furniture piled up 3 stories high. That's a nice furniture, right? And some of that stuff I put in my office and all. People are coming by out of nowhere, snatching all this furniture up and just taking it. Was just the piles were going by morning, man. There was nothing left. Not only that, we were finding all kind of pictures and collectible golf balls, collectible baseballs, all kind of other shit, certain types of alcohol, collectible alcohol. I mean, all this because we were the ones gutting the building. So it was insane. So I collected all the computers I had and bring them to my storeroom and just let them sit there and dry for 2 days. And I plugged them all up, seeing which ones would start, which 90% of them started up because the power was off before the motor got on. So I started going through, pulling stuff out, going through. And I still remember the guy from the records company. He calls me up. He said, Joe, he said, how's my office coming? I said, I'll be ready in a couple of days. I said, I rushed it. I said, you're going to be the first one in the building. And this is literally less than 8 weeks after Hurricane Katrina. He's going to be in his office. And he said, how's the computer thing going? He said, well, I said, why don't you come see me about a house? He said, why? I said, just come see me about a house. He comes and he walks in, and I flip up his file record and his entire complete record's there. And he's like, how much money do you want? He said, you just saved my business. He was in tears. He just because he thought his business was over because that was all, all of his computers were gone as far as he was concerned. And there was no saving them. And that was it. It was over with. And his 50 or 40-year-old business was out the window, nothing for his kids, a lot of money, a lot of customers, stuff just destroyed and ruined.
Yeah.
And he was just, and I said, I managed to retrieve all of your computers and got all of them running. I said, so what I'm doing, I said, because you don't want to use them anymore. I said, we're going to pull all your data off all of them. And then we're going to do a zero wipe on your hard drives, install new operating systems, and donate them to probably, some kids or some schools or something. Clean them up real good. And, some of the computers are still in operation today, but we retrieved more than 100 computers. And really, we got, I think Mike said it was like 305. We got almost all of them working. Some of them were just hopeless, but they were hopeless for other reasons.
They were probably hopeless before the storm anyway.
That's what I was thinking they were. But I mean, everything, and so many people were happy. People were bringing me lunches and foods and sending me gift cards for months. I was like, I probably had a free dinner steakhouse for a fucking entire year. It was like, because it was just, they were fine giving me whatever I asked for money wise, but it was the fact that, this like 2 of these shrinks, that was their customer list, their base list. All their notes were on those computers.
And that's their money too.
That's their business.
Yeah,
that's their memory. And then I knew a couple of them pretty good because I was in the building all the time. And she's like, Joe, I told my husband I'm going to divorce him and marry you because you just saved both our lives. I was like, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Everything's taken care of. I said, take him over. I said, now remember, put all this new data. I said, take these old computers, do whatever you want with them. But I don't want them. Just give me the data. I said, okay. And then they called me like 3 weeks later. Can you come put my data on? I almost wiped it out. I said, y'all know I don't have no copies of this, right? So don't wipe nothing out. After that, I started making copies of everything. That was funny too, because I was doing a job. I did a job in New Orleans Hospital, Touro Hospital, actually. And the 7th floor is the psychic ward. Well, a friend of ours recommended, because we had done a couple of floors in hospitals and hotels before. And he comes in, he says, why don't you come over here and do this? So we go in, we're redoing all the operating systems, everything. We pulled all new computers, all new operating systems. Everything's running smooth. Everything is fast. Everything's cruising along. I had my friend Jason with me, who's passed now. Rest in peace, my friend Jason. But he was with me, and we really were getting everything up and running. So she had some stuff at her house she wanted to convert over to get up to speed with the stuff and the thing. So we did. So I had all kinds of her stuff at my house. Big. I had the how you used to plug in the little 3-inch disc, 3.5-inch.
Yeah, 3-inch floppy or semi floppies or whatever.
Yeah, I had all kind of floppies. I mean, literally just mainly about finance, not so much customers. But I didn't know that. I just had the floppies because I had to get them out the system. And while I'm doing all of this, a couple of weeks go by. It's been a couple of months. I get a knock from the door. I go to the door. It's the FBI. I'm like, what the fuck? The FBI? What the hell are you want? Just how I said it too. It was like, because I knew I wasn't doing nothing. I was in ufology, but nothing was going to get the FBI at my house. And if I did, then I must have missed a good opportunity somewhere. But so they started asking me about the doc stuff, and I said, well, most of it was lost during Katrina. I said it was back here. I said all I've got left is these floppies. And the guy's like, he goes, they're not the color coded ones, right? The yellow, green, red. And I said, yeah, that's them. He said, "Can we see him?" I said, "Ooh, no, I can't do that." He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Because it's personal information." I said, "I'll lose my career and all kind of stuff, lose my insurance." It's like, I can't, FBI or not, dude, you're gonna have to get a warrant. And he looked at me. He said, "Because they're thinking, how can they get a warrant to get something from my house? You know, that they can't necessarily prove belong to the doctor without the actual floppies." And I got a phone call from him a couple days later saying, "Can't you willingly give them to us?" I said, "My lawyer said not to." He's like, "Well," I said, "My lawyer said not to, because then the doctor can sue me." And he's like, and I can understand their frustration because I was kind of frustrated myself, but it's true. The doctor could have sued me if I'd have gave him to him. So I said, okay, finally they came to some kind of arrangement between her, me, him, and somebody else. And when I turned them over, it was not what they were looking for. They spent all that money and all that time to get something they couldn't use.
Yeah.
And I
That's
kept
one
telling
of the things that really sucks about the legal system is there's a lot of good things that it does, but it needs some streamlining. It needs some help. It needs to be.
In this case, I kind of felt for the guys because I have no doubt the doc was crooked. I mean, she did her job. She took care of the crazy people. I mean, every time I seen her, she had a drink in her hand. Didn't matter what time of day it was. And when I went to go in her office and see her, she always had drinks. She always said, "Want to drink?" I said, "No." So I can't drink and do computer work. I said, "I can drink and do everything else, but not computer work." I said, "My brain got to function on different levels to do this." Because we were laying in, 2 different networks. One's the emergency network, one's the data network, and they were surprised because when we finally finished with it, they were like, it only took us like I think 3 or 4 weeks. They were amazed. They had been running some fucking ancient shit from like I don't know. It was crap. It had hardly no RAM in it.
Apple IIe with a phone modem.
Oh, no, they had just got regular Ethernet, but I mean, just got it because it was crappy too. And first thing Jason and I did say, okay, you're getting rid of this company, and we're going to get you this company. It's going to be 18 times faster. And then we said, you know what, we're not going to do that because a friend of mine called, and we got our T3 line, which you weren't supposed to get back then because it was still considered military line.
Yeah.
So we got our T3 line hooked up, and they were, geez, like, oh my God. So in reference, ladies and gentlemen, today a T3 line would be like snail slow. For what we're running on to, like I'm running like on a terabyte, it would feel like it's taking so long. Mm-hmm. But the thing of it is, it was so much faster than dial-up, you didn't really notice back then. You were like, wow, this is fast. It was T1, T2, and T3, yeah. T1 and T2 were T1 was generally in colleges. T2 was in businesses and stuff like that. And T3 was generally for the military. Yeah, it's just pretty much how it worked.
Well, then when the military stopped using it, it went to civilian homes.
Yeah. Well, they did some kind of co-ops where they still were using it for some things, but they were allowed to. I think that's how we got on it. But anyway, they were and the computers were fast. And instead of having all kind of Microsoft stuff in there, we went with AMD because AMD is better at spacing and crunching numbers than Microsoft is. Microsoft is better at media. Still are even today. So, I mean, why not? It worked great. They loved them. They were just like, I was watching it one night. She's like, I can't keep up. She said before it was like, stop, stop. Oh, fuck. Got to go back. Stop. It's just, she said, I'm just typing away. She said, I'll be off in a half an hour at this rate. She said, I didn't realize how much little stuff I actually had to do until y'all fixed it. I was like, what? I said, don't tell a doc that. She's just like, I'm not. But Doc, she's cool. And I don't know if she ended up in jail now. I know we kept hearing about the FBI case. It was a big case. There was a lot of shit involved. I was just glad I was out of it. I didn't want to be involved in none of that. They knew right off the bat I wasn't friends with her. I was just a contractor, buddy. Don't drag your contractor in. So, yeah, Kirby, I did a lot of installation work. Well, it's hard to explain, but when I got out of the Navy, I didn't want to leave the States. I had been offered jobs in Seattle and New York and a couple other places, working in the field that I had chose, advanced avionics and advanced electronics. But I didn't want to leave. So I was at home trying to figure out what I want to do because the airport wouldn't hire me locally. Oh, yeah, these big, huge airports hire me, no problem. Well, New Orleans International, oh, no, man. You don't have enough experience. I'm like, dude, do you know how many years in the fucking Navy working on jets far more advanced than these pieces of shit you got flying?
Mhm.
Nope. Nah, because you got to know somebody out there. That's all it was. It's just a game. Because I met a couple of friends out there, and after that, they were all willing to hire me. But then I didn't want to go out there because they pissed me off. But I was doing different things, and I had got in with this company doing installations of all sorts of electronics, and that's how I run across this. And then I realized I had a real. Well, you got to remember, in the Navy, I worked on electronics. That's what I did, advanced electronics. I just had a knack for it. And Jason had a knack for programming like anybody I've never fucking seen. That bitch built a network. He'd be, oh, I got to E network, Z jet. Like, whoa, calm down, dude. We don't need all these fucking networks. What are we doing? Well, this was just for the dock, or this is for this. And I'm like, dude, you're going to confuse these people. No, he was gifted. He was gifted in a lot of things. He was going to MIT, and then I guess somewhere along the line, he just, I don't know, he must have got depressed and wanted out. Shit happens. It really, truly happens. I don't know what happened to Sean. He might have got probed.
He was running. He was working until 6. He said he would pop it in around 8, so another 15 minutes.
Something about he liked it. Don't ask me. You have to ask him that kind of shit. How would I know that? I'm not living in this house. Why he's going? I like it. I'd be grossing out. I'd be like, yeah. No, I'd be grossing. Let's just be honest about it. Yeah, I don't like these glasses. You can buy me some new ones if you want. Give me some contact. It's a 250. I don't know. People ask me all the time how come I don't wear contacts. I don't know. Never thought about it. No, I don't like these glasses are ugly, but I don't mind wearing them.
Mine aren't ugly, but my cat got a hold of them, so they got teeth and bite marks all over them.
Now my son, I got 3 pairs of sunglasses left, and all of them got ends chewed off of. The chihuahua, if I leave them on the floor, they just somehow mysteriously float underneath my bed, and they come out with corners and pieces missing, or cracked tops on them and shit, because somebody thinks they're chew toys. And they get in trouble for it all the time. They don't care, man. They're like, whatever, Dad. You're not gonna spank us.
Yeah.
They're like, we're a spur of rotten. I haven't really heard that much about the war today. Other than I supposedly seen the video where they shot down F-35, and for some reason it doesn't look right. So I'm just waiting for backup.
Yeah, I think that's not confirmed still. But they did try. Tehran did try shooting some of their missiles at Diego Garcia. Neither one of them hit, but they were just outside of their actual range, so they programmed them to fly low and slow across the terrain to go a lot further, but they missed their targets. But one was intercepted, the other one just fell short.
Oh, I tell you what, I found out there was three or four hypersonic missiles shot at Gerald Ford. And somehow or another, she survived them. Just had to really piss the Russians and the Chinese off.
It must have been the Phalanx took him down then.
I don't know. They didn't say what it was. They just said they survived. I didn't even know anybody had taken a shot at us. And it doesn't sound like it was just recent. It sounded like it was maybe been a little while back. Well, I mean, I knew Iran had hypersonic missiles. I don't know how many they got, but they got some.
Not that many, I'm sure.
No, Jesse. So Iran's hoping they can just jam us all into the strait and launch some hypersonic missiles off the edge of the shore and blow some shit up, which they could do if they could get us to do that. And they could get to the shoreline, but the Marines that are coming in. So if I heard what was correct today, 2,200 are going to the island, 5,200 are going to the shoreline, and they're going to spread out 3 miles long and 5 miles deep, and then have a bomb radius 5 miles behind that. So they're going to give a 10 mile. So it's going to be 30 square miles, basically. And you have to come through that corridor to hit these ships. The reason they're doing it, hypersonic or not, it has to come through that corridor. So once it's picked up on radar, it's going to be picked up on radar up ahead. They can just Doesn't matter how low or fast it's flying, as long as they got that amount of time, they can shoot it down. I don't know, dude. These hypersonic missiles are supposed to be the beast. Remember, the fucking Ukraine shoot them down like they nothing. Ukraine,
Well, they
not
got
Ukraine.
Patriot missiles, so I think that's why they're able to do that.
And Ukraine's over there building Terminators and shit. I'm telling y'all, people, they're getting crazed over there. Well, no, Jay and I are trying to figure out which robots, because the article shows what looks like one of Elon Musk robots. And then Jay was looking at some of the ones we have now, the ones with the machine gun. What was that movie? What was that movie? That Full Metal Jacket. What was it? Maximum Overdrive. When the machine gun thing comes up, and it's when all the trucks and cars go wild because the comet goes over, and they're stuck in this gas station. Oh man, and Emilio Estevez is in it. What the hell is the name of that? Anyway, I think it's something like that. But anyway, in there, there's a little machine gun thing that comes rolling up, and a machine gun that watches everybody. It's automatic machine gun. That's what the new ones look like, just like that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, kind of like the things they use for bomb squads. They got on tank treads, and they pretty much can go over most terrain. That seems more feasible, the kind of robot that they could pump out really quickly. But
so Elon's saying that his new frame robot, they could produce once in full manufacture mode 100, 150 a day. As long as they
can they carry and fire a gun yet?
Yes, they can do all of that. They can do more than that, actually. These things. So Elon, so they're not actually.
I will be right back. I have to go visit a man about a horse.
They're not. No, guys, they're not so much. Elon's not so much building robots to fight, which that's going to be like a side effect. He's building them to build colonies and protect his colonies. Yeah, that's what he's building them for. He wants to be able to send them to Mars. So we want to get a colony established on the moon, start building robots, sending them to Mars, and start having them build a new colony. Well, it'd be best if they send some humans along. So, yeah, build a new colony. Well, because it's still 15 minutes or maybe 11 minutes from the moon to there, 12 minutes, something like that. Well, it's each way. So it's a 24-minute round trip communications. Yeah. 24 minutes. So you send the message, they get the message, they send the message back. That's light speed communication. Radio waves move at light speed. Just because they call them radio waves don't mean they don't travel at the speed of light. Well, that's the first thing anybody's going to hear is Hitler at the 1913 games. That was the first broadcast of any magnitude. No, they were broadcasting before that, but that's the first one of any real magnitude that could push out far. Most of the other ones were just cluttered by whatever else was in the atmosphere. As far as I know, there are several different laser type things that have hit the planet that have been identified. They just don't know what's causing them. There's been other stuff that's hit the planet, but a lot of it they've been able to figure out, like pulsars and stuff from quasars and other things that are out there. Something weird that Jay and I didn't get to talk about last night. So when Webb's taking pictures now, or actually I think the whole time, little red dots show up on the pictures everywhere they film. It's weird. I would think it was something to do with the cameras, but they're thinking it's something in space. Because NASA don't want to let you know they may have made a boo-boo like they did with the Hubble. Remember, they had to go to the Hubble and put new mirrors in because they didn't sand them right. Yeah. You know, Frank, this is like a war in slow motion. So remember there was Desert Storm, shit going on all the time. And then the other Iraq war is like, as much. This is more like, it's like war in slow motion. Either side of me, what are we doing? We're just effing around. If we don't take out the new Ayatollah, if we don't take out the guard, then all this was a waste of time. They need to take out the guard and give You let the people have the chance to put a government in. But let the Israelis put boots on the ground. They're good at this shit. They're probably better at it than we are. Look at Palestine. It's fucking rubble. They pretty serious. And if they had U.S. Marines backing them up, I don't know. Actually, last I checked, that story was true. A Japanese ship target locked one of our carriers. Oh, I imagine it was just for moments because we would have fired if it wasn't. Yeah, we'd have fired a missile. I mean, you can't let somebody target lock you because if they're keeping a target lock, they're more likely going to fire. So that's why you fire first. You know what? I may even have that article. I think I seen that earlier. Let me think. Potent Stokes fear for World War III by threatening the unimaginable, strike on Europe, hit them with nukes, and then come in and take over. Yes, I mean, no, serious. That's what he's saying. Because this is what's going on. All right, Jay and I talked about this last night. We've been talking about this, but anyway, to bring this to fruition. So, America's pissed right now at Europe. I don't really see that going away anytime soon, but we're pissed at them. So, England had an emergency that day. They had to get some ships out. They couldn't even get their fucking ships out to sea to go save whatever they had to go save. Remember, this is the country that had one of the biggest navies ever to exist, one of the most powerful navies ever exist, and now it can't even float a fucking ship. And then the French aren't much better. They got their fleet out there, but they're having problems with other things. Plus, their fucking soldiers or their officers on board their Charles de Gaulle carrier are GPSing where they are. You better hope we ain't at war because you just got sunk, motherfucker. What the hell's wrong with you? How can you be an officer of an aircraft carrier and let people know where you are? He was out jogging the distance of the carrier, and I guess he had a signal to show everybody what he was doing. Of course, it's GPS. It's the first thing he did. It target locked their carrier. If that was one to be our guys, he'd either be in a brig or done thrown off the fucking boat. I just don't even get that. That was just Stone Age stupid, is what that was. Yeah, Stone Age stupid. Yeah, okay, but that's what it is. Stone Age stupid. No, I mean, so when you look at England, you look at France, and you look at Germany, you look at Europe in general, they're not ready for a war. Think about this. They have not been paying their NATO dues for a long time. And without America, there is no NATO anyway. More importantly, they haven't been building their own military. Some of the borderline countries, the ones closer to Russia, they have been, like Poland, but the rest of Europe has not been building their military.
Or Navy.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, they haven't built anything. So it's like today when you heard the Japanese lady, pump her fist, Japan's back. That's badass. Her and Trump are cutting a deal. We're taking the champ. We're going with new allies now. We're looking at some of our South American allies. We're looking at taking some countries and freeing them to make them allies. We're looking at some of our Asian allies. We're basically telling Europe to go fuck themselves. You didn't want to come. Look, this is how chicken shit this is. So everybody in the fucking in Europe's got at least one ship. Strait of Hormuz is under attack. You motherfuckers are paying like 16 pounds for gasoline over there. Why wouldn't you send a fucking ship? Your number one ally said, why don't you send a ship? And you're like, fuck you.
And they're the ones that need it. We don't. We don't require
There's
anything.
Nothing comes to their fucking strait that comes to this country. Nothing. Zero. We should just say fuck it and leave. And let them deal with the mess. No, because that's not the kind of country we are. We want to make sure Iran is going to be a free country. And we want to make sure this, and that's another thing. Why are we paying anything? So America should just go after the gas companies hands down. There's no reason they're not paying high insurance to bring us fuel. They're not even bringing it fucking around. They're putting it in a tank and driving it down the highway. There's no way they can justify what they're charging us for gasoline. I don't give a fuck what the world price is. That's not us. The gas is being pumped here.
We got brand new offshore drilling in California. Today, as a matter of fact, Trump just opened up the California-Alaska pipeline, which Biden shut down, one of many that he shut down. But he opened that up to get raw fuel down to the manufacturing facilities faster. So it doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like it's kind of like COVID prices, like electrical conduit was like $1.56 before COVID, and then during COVID it went up to like $7.58. It's like over $10 with tax. The price never came down because they're making too much money. Same thing with this. They jacked up the prices and then they're not bringing them down.
And there is just no justification for high prices in the United
None.
States.
Trump
should just tell them, look, motherfuckers, I'm just going to do the wartime thing, and you motherfuckers going to have to go down to $2 a gallon or $50 a barrel because you're charging. If you want to send outside of our country, you want to charge them $100 a barrel, that's fine. But in this country, and think about it, they're charging the rest of the world $100 a barrel. They're making record profits. They can afford to give us gasoline for $50 a barrel. So I don't know why more Americans aren't on this and more Americans aren't bitching about this. Too many Americans, especially Democrats, have just gotten to the point where they're like,
I mean, it's not just them. I mean,
$100 for gasoline, assholes.
But also, was it last year? Maybe 2 years ago. I think it was right during the Trump's campaign for this new administration. General Motors, GM, admitted that they had invented a carburetor in the 50s that would permit you to consume 60 miles. You go 60 miles on a gallon, a 60 mile per gallon carburetor for regular gasoline, not unless it's unleaded shit. They didn't have unleaded back then yet. So think about that. If they had put that in there back then, gas would still probably be no more than 50 cents a gallon.
They just, but it shouldn't even be that now. When you look at what it costs to make gasoline in the United States, it should only be $1.99, 89 cents a gallon. It's and the bitch part was when we had the original gas hike in the 70s, when they had the gas lines and all, there was no need for that. That was OPEC. That was OPEC. Okay, that was OPEC. But since then, we don't deal with OPEC like we used to. We're like, you OPEC. It's like, OPEC, watch this. And, people are like, but you're going to try to grab prices up. Someone's got to explain to me why. When gas is here and we're going we're going to pump it to New Orleans, we're going to fill up the tanks in New Orleans, we're going to send it to all over the place. We're going to pump it to Oklahoma, we're going to pump it to Texas, we're going to pump it out east, out west, and we're going to send all over the fucking place. Mm-hmm. Do we know this guy? Did you just let some weirdo in the chat with us, man? Whoa, yeah.
It's Sean Kelly.
Yeah, I have a gripe.
Oh man, what are we gonna do with the griper?
Yeah, I'm not in the mood tonight. I am. But you did, man.
You broke by. Be nice now. These people are very nice that listen to us.
Oh well, did you tell Sean the news?
I'm not in a good mood tonight.
No, he's not on that show. It don't matter.
Oh well.
Yeah, Jay and I got a promotion.
Hey,
so what you been doing? What you been out hot riding or something?
Oh.
Huh?
No, man. They kicked me to the curb, dude.
Who kicked you to the curb?
Now I know how it feels to be old. I am no longer a meat cutter. I am a seafood clerk.
What?
Wow.
And I'm not allowed in the meat room. Yeah. The new manager put me in the seafood, and that's my only job now. I cannot go into the meat room that much. maybe to say hello. That's about it. And they got all these youngsters coming in and taking mine and a couple other guys' places
Huh.
as meat cutters.
That's fun. Well,
And
I guess 'cause
there's a chance that there's a chance that I might lose some money because of that.
Hmm.
I'm pissed, dude. It just feels good, and it's not so much work. It's everywhere I go. They see that I got my beard. They see how old I am and shit like that, and they treat me like shit. All right,
Well,
and I
that is
don't
true,
like it.
man.
I don't like it
So,
at all, dude.
but that's true. So I'm gonna tell you something.
I don't like it.
But I'm gonna tell you something, dude. So you see what color my beard is right now. So when my beard is white like yours is, people treat me an entirely different way. Especially when I'm not dressed up nice or I'm just in a t-shirt and jeans and my beard's all white and I let it grow. They treat me entirely different way. I come home, change shirts, color my beard, and it's like, hey, Mr. Joe, how you been, man? It's just a whole different thing. I'm exactly the same age I was yesterday, but because that beard's a different color, um, it's a whole different way they treat me. It's a pathetic thing. It really is, but it's a true thing. Unfortunately for
It
us,
is, dude.
it's just one of those things. It's so when unfortunately for me, I can do on air. So if I want it white or not, it's up to me. The only time I got to dye is when I'm on TV, and I've been doing a lot of that lately. And Michelle said once we go back on the other channel, I got to be dark anyway. So I was like, I'm gonna dye it red, man.
Really?
Red. I'm gonna dye it like ruby red, man. Like
I mean, it's just so damn disgusting, And I keep saying to myself and to another guy I work with, we got 1 year. 1 year. I got one more year. That's it. One more year.
Yeah, get some good seafood, man. Y'all get good. Y'all, do you get
Yeah. On the plus side, whenever you leave work, all the cats in the neighborhood will love you.
I just.
That was well. That sucks, but
so,
still,
dude.
man. Seafood for a year. Hey, I'm not. I wouldn't want to work with seafood, but I like to eat seafood. Yeah, I'm a big
Yeah,
fan.
we have all kinds of shit, man.
Need something to do.
So now I'm in charge of the. I'm so in charge in the seafood, and I it's just like, and this has been going. Well, it's only 2 days now, right? It's been 2 days now, and I just feel like I don't. I just feel like they treat me bad, and it's not right. It's not right, but
Well, probably because like the guys that put in the meat
I mean,
department.
I'm not even allowed to break down the damn order. You believe that?
I know a lot of times they like to bring in people that make less.
He's actually bringing in his crew from the store he used to work with. Yeah, he's bringing in his crew.
No, yeah, well, that's not uncommon. I used to do that.
Booting us all out.
I used to come in anytime I take over a store. I'd come in, and I would look at who I wanted to keep, and then I'd bring the rest of my people in. They'd get rid of the rest of theirs, and then or sometimes we'd flip flop them. But it's anytime I worked in that business, because I was in the store business for about a couple of years. I got bored when I moved up on the coast, and but I did, man. Even I'd bring my whole crew with me sometimes. I'd say, nope, get out, go do something else, people. Matt, sometimes I'd even tell the supervisor or the district manager, say, look, they got to go if you want me to take the store over.
Some of these people that are coming in, Joe, they weren't even fucking born when I was cutting meat.
Yeah, and they're probably paying them half what they pay you. That's why they're bringing them in, because they're probably paying half. I guarantee you, even though the market right now, you should be making more money, but they're probably paying them half. They're like, fuck it. These people all need jobs. It's all about where you are, what jobs you need. Because down here, I mean, you always see people asking about meat cutters. They're not that easy to find down here anymore. And a lot of people do their own butchering. So that's, we live in a deep south. So a lot of people do their own. But still, you don't really
Right.
see like you used to. But a lot of almost every time I walk in the store lately, except for Frugals, they got the same people they've been having since I moved here. But everybody else, all the rest of them meat department changes. Every time I go in, somebody new in here. It's like
Yeah.
Boar's Head. I mean, Boar's Head is over there with fruit
I
with
just
what's the name of that company? Shit, I can't remember the name of them. They're a local company too. Damn. But they all get together and they bring in these butchers and then they keep them for a while and then out they go and they get another group and out they go. They change them out about every 2 or 3 years. Couldn't tell you why they do it. I guess recycling money or something. I don't know what they fucking do.
It could be to their recipe for how they make their salamis and deli slices, that kind of thing.
If you go to like Zapardo's or Dornex, any of the old stores, the same people are going to be in there because the customers expect to see those people. See, like with him, they would if he was their butcher all that time, they would expect to see him. They would actually get pissy if they did. They would start writing
that is true.
I
So
remember
I'm working the seafood. I'm working the seafood case the last couple days, and all my customers that I used to cut their meats, they said, "What are you doing here? Why aren't you in the meat room? Can you cut me something?" I said, "I'm not allowed to cut meat no more here." And they got pissed.
Yeah, because they don't understand why. They just
they got
you get used to it. The guy who cuts for me over at Claiborne Hill, he's been cutting meat for me for a decade. When I go in, he knows what I want. I'll pick up if I pick up the fillets. If I get a half a fillet, he goes, "Okay, Joe, you want to cut?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he'll clean it up a little bit and cut them to 2 inches, and I'll get about 8 steaks out. Same thing with the ribeyes. So he knows how I want my steaks. And if he'll ask me, "Are you getting any breakfast this time?" Because if I get breakfast, I have them cut them to a half inch. And I'm spoiled. Not just that, he always tells me what the good stuff is, what's been stuffed with what, how
I mean But and I do that with everybody. And
with big chains,
this world sucks, dude.
Yeah, well, big chains suck. That's what happens. Chains suck. All they think is their bottom line. They don't think about anybody else.
And you work for a pretty big chain, right, Sean?
I used to for John Nagel, and then I went to Shop and Save, which was great. We had 7 meat cutters in there, and it was working out great. And all of a sudden, they brought this young manager in, and that's all she wrote. It's all done. It's all done.
He got his ideas how he wants things done. It just
changed, and yeah.
That just means that the store wasn't making enough money. Oh, John getting a hug.
I don't know.
Hey, a hug's been too long now.
Yeah, I need hugs. So, but I have a set schedule. Instead of working my 6 a.m.s, I start 10 to 6, which kind of suck. So if you permit me, I could come back on Friday night if you allow me to come back.
You can come back anytime you want, Sean. You know that.
Yeah, man.
You know that. Just come on by. Hey, look, at least you don't have to get up early in the morning. That's a plus right out the fucking bag.
Yeah.
I used to hate getting up. Mommy like, "Wow, fucking make me get up this early."
Yeah, it is.
I was working for this company.
So what's the good news, guys? Tell me.
The world's coming to an end. Putin's going to
invade. Oh no, that's the good news. That's the extra. Good news.
Now if you're coming back to the other show, there's good news for it. We're getting a certificate of excellence on reporting news from NBC.
Sweet.
Yeah. I've been
sweet.
The only 2 complaints we've gotten, I've already gotten Jay's ass about belching and me cursing, but that's all they've complained about. Other than that, they think what we're doing with the news is.
And how about Jay's burping?
No, that's what I got on them.
How about
Jay's burping? I got on his ass about a couple of times, and he gets in trouble for that. I get in trouble for using the F. So I don't get in trouble for cursing. I get in trouble for using the F word, which is my favorite word to use these days. Fuck you, fuck that, fuck him, fuck her, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them. Who gives a fuck? Why the fuck? I don't know what the fuck. She's a fuck. I don't know. He's a fuck too. Fuck that, fuck them. Bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah, but we can say that word here, right? We're good.
Oh yeah, we say that where all we want. You just heard me say
I'm
it like
sorry
15
for
times in a
interrupting
row,
the show,
man.
but I
Oh, you ain't interrupting the show, man. Fuck that. This is the chat. We do whatever the fuck we want here. They can kiss our ass, man.
all right.
Gloria Estevan's.
Yeah, it is versatile, Heidi. Honest to Pete.
Hey, Gloria Estevan says,
Now,
it's
but-
better. It's better if you look at the. Don't call them curse words. Don't look at them as curse words. My brother has a great name for them. He calls them sentence enhancers.
well, some of the words aren't legitly curse
That's a
words.
good
Bitch and bastards aren't really curse words.
No, not really.
I mean, we turn them into it because the way we say it at people. You stupid bitch. Okay, well, you're a stupid dog. All right. My dogs ain't stupid, so that's actually.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know what year the word "fuck" came out?
Oh man.
Something I think around somewhere around the 1470s, and it was a I don't know if it was English, Old English, or French or Old French.
It was probably another word translated into English.
Well, no, it was a term for
you probably heard some Roman going.
It meant for unlawful carnal knowledge.
Are you getting queer again, Jay? You
Really?
gotta quit that. Unlawful carnal.
Yeah, no. I had to get a drink. Yeah.
What is unlawful carnal?
When they arrested a prostitute.
Oh,
she was
that's
arrested
when they're doing the
unlawful
swish.
carnal knowledge.
Okay, I forgot about the swish. All right, ladies. What ladies
Damn,
don't
Jay.
have a swish?
That was some good Mother Nature, Sean.
Oh, you missed out, man. We played your Millennia song today, man. Oh my God. Shame, man. You should have seen.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we also got this.
What was it?
one.
Redneck Melania? Is that what it was? Something like that?
Yeah, Redneck Melania.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
Check this out. This is kind of funny.
What the hell is that?
I hold the record for number of black men in prison.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
My record is the most black men on
I
welfare.
don't know, Care.
I actually win with the most black men employed.
That's right.
I
That's
hold the
actually a good
record for
piece.
number of black men in prison. My record is the most black men on welfare. I actually win with the most black men employed.
It's a good piece. And it's all true.
Yeah, it's just funny.
It's well, people, you can send us stuff anytime you want. Yeah, when I'm cruising on Instagram, I send them to Jay because Facebook is being a you know what.
Oh, hey Sean, have you seen the Baby News Network things? We're a little long. We should have gone for a break here a few minutes ago.
I subscribed to those. I did.
Those things are hilarious. Oh my
they
God.
had some good ones.
It was great.
Yeah, we played a pretty good one last night. Anyway, so we're gonna play it. We got to go to break, people. Sorry, it's a bad thing because we forgot our break. So we're gonna play the "I Love You" song. It's gonna come up next, and I think it's gonna be followed by something. Oh, you missed the son of a bitch too. He's playing "Son of a Bitch."
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I love that song, "Son of a Bitch." It's a great song. Yes. No, I'll read that in a minute. I seen the Putin thing a minute ago. So anyway, we're gonna be playing the I-95 song, and then we'll be back. Maybe there might be something after the I-95 song, like this clip about baby Trump wanting to kick Iran or something. So you never know. F you, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Did you see the one where he? Did you see the one where he went after Kennedy?
No, I haven't seen
Kennedy
that.
Oh, when he
was
went to
held
go rescue him?
prisoner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that was hilarious. That was funny.
All right. Y'all ready, guys and girls? Here we go. We're going to break. See y'all about 8 minutes. Chill out till then. If you're easily offended, close your ears. Just like I told you another song, if you're easily offended, close your ears.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that, I think I should have a shot of bourbon on this.
One bourbon, one whiskey, one beer.
Well, I was driving down I-95 the other night. Somebody nearly cut me right off the road. I decided it wasn't going to do any good to get mad, so I wrote a song about him instead. goes like this. Were ye born an asshole?
It is
Or
Jeff
did you
Foxworthy.
work at it your whole life? Either way, it worked out fine, 'cause you're an asshole tonight. Yes, you're an A-S-S-H-O-L-E, and don't you try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight. You were an asshole yesterday. You're an asshole tonight. And I've got a feeling you'll be an asshole the rest of your life. I was talking to your mother just the other night. I told her I thought you were an asshole. She said, yes, I think you're right. And all your friends are assholes, 'cause you've known them your whole life. And somebody told me you've got an asshole for a wife. Were you born an asshole, or did you work at it your whole life? Either way, it worked out fine, 'cause you're an asshole tonight.
You gotta love the asshole, man. You just got to. I swear. That song is too much. This one we were playing last night, and I love this song. Just it's short, people, it's short, but here we go. It's a tiny little song. Let me throw it up there where we can actually see it. There we go. There we go. What you saying? You same group from last night?
Yeah.
Oops, wrong button, I think.
Fat Finger
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Nah, actually, I kind of did that on purpose because I wanted to try this out. Let's see, is this it? I think this is it. Let's go see. Yeah, this is
No,
it.
I got something I can throw up. It was in the same theme there. All right, there we go. It's up. Nice.
Yeah, there we go. That's right.
Now, is that the B2?
Yes. Makes you stuff wing.
Yeah, flying over around.
And this one. Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Oh,
Oh, understand.
that's that guy and yell at me. Well, nice day.
What happened?
Yes.
Have you ever seen that video? No. Pull that video up because it's one of my favorite. Here it is. Listen, play this.
This is the United States of America, most powerful country on this planet.
I
It's not
love
because we
this.
have more money, we're better looking. No, it's because we have something in this country they don't have in other countries. That's right. I'm talking about rednecks. Good old boys with an arsenal in their basement that have been waiting for just such an occasion since 1775. Oh, believe me, foreign troops land in the South. There'll be a line of pickup trucks and NASCARs heading down I-95. Marines will show up 3 hours later, nothing but beer cans and shotgun shells. What the hell happened here? War's over, baby!
Have you ever seen that video? No.
What do you think about that? You know, you spot.
This is exactly why no one takes the media seriously anymore.
This was Trump pushing Republican-controlled states to throw out their current congressional maps so as to cook the books, so that it is less likely for Democrats to retake control of the House during the next year midterms. I mean, is it fair to argue do you believe that the Republican Party is starting this?
No, Jake. There has been gerrymandering going on for 200 years. There is such extreme gerrymandering going on that in a state like Massachusetts, that has like 40% of the people voting for Trump, they have 0 representatives. The Republican Party has 0 representatives sent to the House. Think about that. In New Mexico, if 45% of the people voted for Trump and voted Republican, and 0 is sent to the House, 0 representatives from the Republican Party.
This is exactly why no one takes the media.
Michael Jordan couldn't play in today's NBA.
Next time you say that, at least make sure someone in the room hasn't played against Jordan. Otherwise, you just sound silly. Look, I get it.
Ever wondered what your home looks like from space? Enter your address and get a 360-degree.
The fact that this is considered a controversial statement tells you everything you need to know about the current state of society.
Mr. Beast, in another move, funded the construction of 100 wells across 5 countries in Africa to provide clean drinking water to 500,000 people. Good thing, right? No. The founder of a charity called Face Africa called it kind of frustrating that overnight this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden he gets all of the attention. Another thing this asshole did in Africa was pay for the rebuilding of an African orphanage, which the director of the Hope and Homes for Children charity called it a classic case of white saviorism. How did we get to this weird place? Telling people who are actually out in the world making a positive difference, you're the problem. Yeah, quick question. Who the f are you?
The fact that this is considered a controversial
No,
statement
he's an idiot.
tells
I
you
would normally not
My
agree
old
with him.
homie. America bombs Iran. Israel bombs Iran. Even little drones get invited. But me, I has best missiles. Nobody wants to play war with Supreme Leader.
Sir, perhaps they fear your power is too great. One nuke from you and poof, whole party over.
Look, I has an idea.
What's that, sir?
Open a fake Twitter account in Netanyahu's name and insult me.
As you wish, sir.
What was that? Is that a missile?
No, sir, that was just a thunder.
Oh, okay.
Sir, it's time for lunch.
Did you just say launch?
No, sir. Lunch. Your favorite rice noodles with kimchi.
I really want to be in this war. Call Donald Trump right now. Hello, Trump. The smoke from your war is drifting all the way over here. It's literally killing my birds. So I've decided I'm joining the war.
Kim, fantastic. Tremendous decision. But wait, which side are you joining?
Obviously your side. I mean, you have the better snacks at the summits. And my missiles already have Make Pyongyang Great Again written on them in Sharpie.
I knew it. I knew you were a winner. Very smart, very loyal. We're going to have the biggest, most beautiful coalition.
Yes, but one condition. When we win, I get to keep Alaska. It looks cold. I like cold. Also has oil. And moose. Moose are basically tanks with antlers.
Alaska? Come on, Kim. That's a beautiful state. But tell you what, you can have half of it. We'll call it Kamaska. Deal?
Deal. But I want the hump with Sarah Palin.
Done. She'll love it. She'll shoot the moose for you. Tremendous hunter.
Perfect. I'm launching my friendship missiles in 5 minutes.
Beautiful. Just beautiful. See you at the victory parade, buddy.
Why no one call me? America bombs Iran. Israel bombs Iran.
Oh,
I'm sorry to everyone who already bought a fixed because they're now on.
Have you seen it, Jamie? Pull it up because it's bananas.
There's a reason why American citizens should pledge our allegiance to the flag that represents our nation. One nation under God. You know why the borders should not be open? I ain't running for nothing. I ain't looking for nobody vote. I'm not in anybody's party. I don't need it. I'm free. I work for Jesus. The reason the borders need to be closed is because when you come into a sovereign nation and you don't pledge your allegiance, it's treasonous. When borders are open for anybody just to walk in and they are not required to pledge their allegiance and to give a commitment to one nation. So the first problem when they don't pledge their allegiance and they come across the border, they bring their own nation with them. So instead of America being one nation, we become 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 different nations. And you're sowing division and discord into this nation because the people have never made a pledge to understand that even though we come from every nation, when we're here, we're one nation.
Have you seen it, Jamie? Pull it up.
Hey, friend, we're all set. Let's get you up.
I'm ready. Thank you. I really appreciate this.
This ain't you guys somewhere. Okay.
Hamas is a terrorist mafia that took over Gaza. The Revolutionary Guard is a terrorist mafia that took over Iran. ISIS is a terrorist mafia that took over Iraq. The Taliban is a terrorist mafia that took over Afghanistan. These are the oppressors. And when you make it all about Israel, you take the pressure off of them. You enable them. Right. The Iranian regime has killed 600 protesters after a 22-year-old woman died in police custody following her arrest for the crime of wearing her head covering incorrectly. Just to be clear, that's your team. Iran is who sponsors Hamas and Hezbollah. Are you sure this is who you want to throw down with? Meryl Streep spoke at the UN recently and said this about the Taliban, who are only slightly more conservative than your heroes in Hamas. She said, today in Kabul, a female cat has more freedoms than a woman. A cat may go sit on her front stoop and feel the sun on her face. She may chase a squirrel into the park. A squirrel has more rights than a girl in Afghanistan today. A bird may sing in Kabul, but a girl may not. Hamas is a terrorist mafia that took over Gaza.
This is the largest coincidence in history. See if your history teacher can explain this. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1946. Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John F. Kennedy was elected president in 1960. Both were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both wives lost a child while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday. Both presidents were shot in the head. Now, it gets really weird. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, was born in 1939. Both assassins were known by their 3 names. Both names are composed of 15 letters. Now, hang on to your seat. Lincoln was shot at a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car called Lincoln, made by Ford. Booth and Oswald were assassinated before their trials. And here's the kicker. A week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe. Lincoln was shot in a theater, and the assassin ran to a warehouse. Kennedy was shot from a warehouse, and the assassin ran to a theater. This is the largest coincidence in history.
There's several more coincidences.
You need to hear
as
this
well.
story. The mainstream media is not going to report it.
Okay. So my son was really
right here. They dropped that out. Okay.
There's one coincidence they never mentioned in those 2 assassinations. There's also 2 other assassinations that also have the same link. Both men messed with the Federal Reserve's ability to create and make money and oversee American money concerns, took them out of the picture, and within 6 months of them doing so, 4 of the presidents were killed by gunshots.
Yes.
Strange, huh?
Yeah.
That's the one link that connects all 4 presidents who've been shot and killed.
It gets kind of weird.
Fucked with the Federal Reserve Bank.
Hey, Joe. Kara has a question for you.
I was going to answer. Usually I go to Pensacola and watch the Blue Angels. But they come down here sometimes too. It's because Keesla's right there on Biloxi Beach. Hey man. Hey man.
This is because during the break there was some this just helps define asshole, I guess.
Oh, Carlin. Hate to see him go, man.
Yeah, he's no longer with us, but God, the philosophy.
I don't know. I used to listen to a lot of different comedians when I was young. Yeah, different stuff. I remember somebody come out of house one day. They brought an ounce of weed over to the house. Like, just get ready to go in the Navy. I think it's 17, 16 and a half or something. And he pulls out this big Bamboozler Cheech and Chong album. And there's a paper in it. Fucking paper's this big.
Yeah, it's about the size of a record.
Size of the album, basically. The album cover just slides out. He sets it down. He said, "Can we roll this?" So he puts the ounce. And he finds that the ounce is not enough weed. So he calls a friend's of ours. He comes over with an ounce and put. Well, weed was cheap back then, people. It's not like today. And so anyway, he puts the ounce in there. We roll it out. 3 hands.
Yeah, an ounce is like $10, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cheap. They called them lids. What it was
Yeah,
is you had 4 fingers for $20. 4 fingers was like usually 2 ounces, an ounce and a half or something. But anyway, roll it up. Get it all stuck together. Got good and tight. Light the bitch up. I go, what the fuck? Trying to hand it to my friend. I couldn't even see everything. Became a blur. And when I let it out, his hand to my friend let it out. I just kind of faded back and it hit my head.
Joe, what's my name?
Like, oh, it was bad.
What
you know
was my name going to be?
What name? What you talking about, man? Jay, what
his J name.
Kara said, "What you're going to check?"
Oh no, Jimmy, what are you doing, man? You're Jimmy or Jimmy Olsen, right? Yeah, Jimmy Olsen. That's who you are now. We announced it last night, didn't we? Yeah, Jimmy Olsen. I think we even.
He wasn't here last night, so he didn't hear it.
Yes, we announced it. It was official last
Jimmy.
night. Jimmy Olsen, man. You know who Jimmy Olsen is?
Jimmy Olsen. Olsen.
He's the guy from Superman with
He's the photographer for Lois and
he's Lois's he's Lois's thing when she
really?
Superman around her. Yeah. You're the camera guy now. You've been relegated to the camera guy.
Jimmy Olsen, I can deal with that.
Yeah, I'm going. No, so I've been reading. Oh man, so I've been reading too much about Elon lately. Elon's a scary bastard. So he's going to have, if everything goes right between his Starlink and this other stuff, he's doing close to 80,000 satellites between Earth and the moon. 80,000. God knows what's in them, what they're going to do, what they're for, kind of lasers they got on them, what the hell's going on here. So then he talks about that when he gets to the moon, he's going to go to the moon, fuck Earth. I mean, not fuck Earth. He said, fuck NASA, fuck Russia. He's going to go to the moon. He's going to land 2 ships. At first, he's going to land 1, but what they're going to do now is he's going to send 3. They're going to land 1, lay it down, do its stuff, lay the other one down, land it. And that one's going to have a little extra spaceship in it. And they're going to put whoever's coming back, because not everybody's going to come back. It's going to be shot up to the other ship, and then they're going to come home. And then after that, it's just going to be steady, go steady, back, forth, coming, build. Once I think he said they get to 10 or 15, maybe 20 of these things all around the moon surface and underground, they're going to start sending them to Mars from the moon. And it's a shorter trips, faster, less fuel to use. And he said they should even be able to start making fuel off of the moon. So they think there's enough water and other stuff on the moon that they can make fuel on the moon.
Well, they also I think it was Mars. They just found a huge underwater reservoir.
Oh, Mars, they know they have stuff to make fuel. They're not even worried about Mars. On Mars, they know they have stuff to make fuel. Well, in your world, they don't. For the rest of us, it does. They know they have enough. They have water, and they know there's enough military. They can build bricks. Is what they're talking about. He said they don't know about
how
soil
big's the
yet
reservoir?
Reservoir
How
could
big's
be
the reservoir?
Depends. I mean,
It's underground, so I mean, it
could be hundreds of miles. Yeah, it could be 50 miles, 10 miles, 100 miles. They're just, like the one down.
The instruments they're using are rudimentary at best. I mean, it may even not be water. It may be ammonia.
The last rover is pretty slick. It's got some pretty good stuff on it. It's what do you mean?
So
Jeffy?
if there's water on if water is on this so-called Mars planet, right?
Liquid water.
That means they can do electricity then from the water.
Yeah, they can do a lot of
Right?
things. It's so on Mars, so now we know on Mars we have air, we have pressure, and we have water, and we have heat. And that almost guarantees life of some kind.
Magnetism.
It guarantees some life of some kind. What it's going to be, God, I don't know. Maybe a nematode or something. I don't know.
Well, one thing is for sure. Once we get some more, I'd just say bigger optics, not necessarily better, but bigger optics than what's on the rovers and that kind of thing. Proper telescopes on Mars. Before we start hardening the atmosphere, we can get some really fantastic nighttime photography of the galaxy.
So I don't know which one it is, but one of the rovers has done a fucking fabulous job of the nighttime sky. So this thing,
they point the camera up. Yeah,
so they point it up, but it looks like it. I don't know what section it is. It just looks like the whole sky is kind of on fire all the way across.
I think it's the Sagittarian arm that it's looking at.
I don't know, but it's badass looking. I mean, it's not like you're going to see from here.
No,
and it's going to take
it's
a
the
while.
same we see. It's just we don't see the colors because our atmosphere filters out almost 90% of it.
But it's badass. I've seen it a couple of photos taken at night on Mars. And
Let's see if I can find it.
You know what bothers me is it took them this long for somebody to think about doing it. When was the first rover on Mars? Hey Siri,
I don't know.
When was the first rover landed on Mars? Thank you, Siri.
What was it?
What was it, Joe?
It was 1997, and there was Sonia, I think was the name of the probe. That was when the first one landed. So 29 years ago. It's the first probe there. So it took them fucking 29 years for somebody to point up in the sky. Give me an effing break, man. Come on. They were scared they were going to see something. That's the fucking problem. Oh, man.
So we're making all this progress to go to Mars. Why can't we go to Venus?
Venus is a little different. Venus, pressure and heat. We could probably come up with some stuff for the pressure. But the pressure and the heat combination is just too much for anything we can invent right now. What we need to do is we need to go out to the Oort cloud, break off some big whopping chunks of ice, and send them fuckers Venus side. I mean, I'm talking chunks like half the size of the moon and shit. Send them out there and just, most of it will burn up. It'll be raining water as it comes down. That will cool the planet down considerably. There'll be some, can't cool it down too fast because the bitch might crack and We don't want to be in orbit with a cracked planet. That does not sound like something we want to fucking be doing. So we're gonna, but I think it can be done. Matter of fact, we've talked about this. This is what's fucked up about Mars and Venus. If you could get some kind of power tunnel from Venus where you could suck off the gas off of Venus and send it to Mars, you could cool Venus and heat and thicken the atmosphere of Mars at the same time and make two planets inhabitable at the same time, which would allow humans to grow at such a vast rate. And people always say, "Oh, there's not going to be no bacteria on Venus. It's going to all be dead if it's been cooked over." Well, guess what, people? Earth was like that one time. Don't forget, Earth was like that one time. And for some reason or another, volcanic, when it melts and all, it's actually usually rich soil, not shitty soil. Well, I'm not sure. We'll have to see about that. I'm really thinking that, both planets could be terraformed. But they might not even do it. They might decide to go for some of the moons out around Saturn or Jupiter. They might be easier to terraform. Or if we want to go live underwater somewhere.
We can do what AOC said. Or do what AOC said. We
work on the sun at night because it won't be on.
Yeah.
She's
I'm sorry, I have to bring that up.
She's such an idiot.
No, she's an idiot. I mean, that's like when she said cowboy, Spanish didn't invent the cowboy. I'm like, really? I said, they Spanish might have something to say about that. Technically, it wasn't the Spanish from Spain. I mean, it was the Spanish from Spain, but it was the ones living here in the States. It changed a little bit when I came here. But they were already riding their horses, chasing their cows around Spain 100 years before we even knew what the fuck was going on around here.
All right. Check this shit out. Where the hell is it? Damn it.
I think Jay found what we were looking for.
Hey, Joe, off the record a little bit. How come there hasn't been too much alien or UFO news in the news?
There hasn't been. It's kind of weird. It comes in bursts right now. So you get like a burst of 5 or 10 or 20 things, and then it stops. And remember, Trump saying he's getting ready to release all the information. So everybody's kind of holding their breath, waiting for that shoe to drop. And so far, everything he said he was going to release, he did. He released the Kennedy files. He released the Epstein files. Do you realize that fuck the Epstein files, that the alien files could be way more interesting and way more devastating than the Epstein files could ever be? I got to be honest with you, human people. If y'all find out there's life and it's coming to a planet screwing with our citizens, you ain't going to be worrying about Epstein. You're not. You're going to be worrying about something entirely different.
So there it is. That's Monkey the Galaxy from the rover on Mars.
Yeah.
It even takes a selfie of itself.
Spooky.
Yeah, look at all blue. Look at all blue. Look at all blue and green.
There's a different shot that's orange and red.
Yeah.
I guess
some of the orange and red there.
And I don't know if it's even the same rover because it's taking the shot because they're in different positions on the planet.
But look at that. I mean,
it's beautiful.
Imagine that night sky.
We see half of that here. That's the same spiral arm we see. It's just half. But look how intense it is, people. All that light you see is sun.
Takes up the whole night, the whole sky, just about.
That whole arm is full of suns and planets. No telling how many beings live in there.
Yeah.
We're out in the cold. See, they're all in the heated part of the arm. We're out here in the cold in the night.
We're out in the country.
All alone in the cold in the night. What TV series does that come from? Anybody know that? I'll give you a book if you can tell me what TV series All Alone in the Cold in the Night comes from. I'll tell you it's a sci-fi story. Yes. Anyway, it's an intro for
probably
a sci-fi
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Probably something from Star Trek.
They don't get that deep. Damn, Jim.
Doctor Who.
No, it's Babylon 5. Jimmy got it right off the bat. Yeah, no,
what was it?
Babylon 5. Because it's a space station all alone at night. Spinning 5-mile long space station all alone in the night. Spinning all alone in the night is actually what it says. Yes, it's a space station.
So is Babylon 5 a station or a ship?
Station. It's a big whopping ass space station. It's a 5 mile long, 1 mile wide space station. 1 mile tall. It's a big ass whopping space station. It's all kind of aliens go there. I like Babylon 5 for a couple of reasons. One, it's true politics in space.
It's exopolitics, yes.
You know, so the aliens have their politics, the different worlds have their politics. Of course, we have our politics. The telepaths have their politics, and it's twisted. And some of the bad guys who were really nasty in the beginning of the series actually turn out to be really good at the end of the series. So it's kind of crazy. And then there's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of things that go on. Like when the side cops, which is Vester, who is, by the way, a Star Trek guy. He played Chekhov.
Yeah, Walter Koenig.
Yeah, Walter Koenig. He played Chekhov. Man, he plays a great Vesta, by the way.
Yeah.
He thinks they go in there and kill all those fucking telepaths. Of course, they tricked him, but he thinks he killed them all. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
And I think he wears the same jacket he wore in Star Trek 4, the same leather jacket.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I think it is.
What are you talking about, Mike? Oh, you're talking about the Awakening. No, I mean, you're talking about the Academy. So I keep calling it the Awakening. I don't know what the fuck that is. The Academy is it's right now I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. And I'm kind of calling it not quite Star Trek. It's starting to remind me a little bit of Discovery, but it is in the same century with Discovery.
I give it a 4. You want to know why?
Because you don't like the skirt. The skirt, just get past. No, you don't like the kissing.
I stopped watching it, episode 4.
Oh, man, you got to watch some more episodes. They get better.
It gets better until they, bring the Klingon out of the closet, which then it will go back to sucking again. So
no, he actually 1 or 2 episodes he actually turns out to be pretty cool in, because he tries to be a Klingon. She's just a Klingon in a skirt.
Yeah,
just don't look. Just don't look down.
It's not going to work. It's just not going to work for me. Yeah, I don't think so.
Just don't look down, Jay. Come on, man. You can handle it, man. Jeffrey,
my heritage is Scotch Irish, so yeah, I know kilt etiquette, but I just can't get. I know it's a Klingon in a skirt. No, I'm sorry, didn't work.
Alexa, oh wait, sorry. Hey Siri, does Klingons wear skirts? Dumbass. She said Hillary Clinton wears skirts. Siri, that's not what I asked you, dummy. Oh,
hey
man.
Google, do Klingons wear kilts?
Just say skirts.
That's the fun question. While Klingons are known for their warrior sash, armor plating, and ceremonial robes in Star Trek, they don't wear kilts. Kilts are associated with Scottish and Gaelic culture and are part of the Klingon costume design.
Yeah.
You got to say skirt.
Hey Google, do Klingons wear a skirt or do Klingons wear skirts?
She says yes, it was crap. Oh,
Klingons in Star Trek are portrayed wearing battle armor, robes, or tunics, not kilts or skirts. However, modern Star Trek has shown a few instances of male Klingons wearing skirt-like garments or man skirts.
Oh,
For example, the character Jaden in Starfleet Academy is shown casually wearing a pleated skirt, which the show depicts as normal attire in the 32nd century. In earlier shows like The Next Generation, some Starfleet uniforms, called scants, resembled skirt-like tunics, and these were worn by both human and alien characters, though these weren't specifically part of traditional Klingon dress.
Hey Google, stop. Yeah, they did have the scant. I remember that. That was in the first season of Next Generation.
Those had pants on, so those don't count.
Yeah, well, it's called a scant. It was a combination. It had like a pleated skirt front.
So basically, Jaden started the skirt. Jaden started the skirt.
Oh, here's a question for you, for Jay, since Scott's Irish. Do you wear underwear underneath your kilt?
My kilt doesn't fit me, so but that's a tough question. If I'm going to the Renaissance Festival, yes. If I'm not where there's kids, I would probably go commando, which is the correct way.
Okay, good. just want to know if you would do it.
I just roll a little hot smoke bomb on it, then, and then Jay would be cooked wiener. Just go out there, roll a couple. You see how the people run around the kits, just roll out some bombs, walk away. I haven't been to a Renaissance Festival in a while. There's some pretty good ones down here too. I just haven't been in a while. It used to fascinate me, it doesn't anymore. Now that I know I'm Irish, Scottish, Welsh, and Viking, I don't really think about it. Yeah. Or Italian, let's not forget the day.
Well, the Romans wore kilts. I think the Spartans wore kilts and tunics.
We know that the Romans and the Greeks were queer.
Yeah.
No, people, we're not talking about that word. It's bad people. Queer, like is in weird and strange, not gay. Even though a lot of them were gay, but still, not what we're talking about. We keep telling you, we reclaim in two words: queer and gay. Queer's been pretty easy. Gay's been a little harder. Yeah, I don't know. I guess people don't like being called faggots. I guess that's not a good word or something.
Just means bundle of sticks if you look at it the other way.
Well, all these words get co-opted. I like the queer word. I use it a lot for a lot of things. You know, like you're queer doesn't mean that you're wanting to, you know what?
Yeah, you're right, Joe. It's like somebody says something to you or does something, say, "Oh my God, is that queer?" You know, it doesn't mean you're gay.
If you look at all those 50s and 60s shows, you'll hear them say the word gay a million times, man. Meaning happy, not meaning, you know. Yeah, screw that. Time to take the words back. Get your own damn words. Yeah, go make it. Don't the hell. Yeah, didn't y'all make up some letters now? Yeah, LGBTQ and all that. A, S, F, and J, and fuck your asshole. And you know, oh, I mean, I didn't say that. Sorry.
What?
What did
got somebody
you
turned
say?
on now,
I
man. We're gonna turn
you.
somebody on. Somebody's out there going,
Oh.
did you say what? Oh my God, no way. What are you talking about, D? No. First off, I live in New Orleans, which is one of the gayest cities on the fucking planet. It doesn't bother me at all. Matter of fact, I always warn people when they come down here because you got to know what section of the quarter is gay. And because you walk in a club, just random club, just get a drink, and there'll be somebody in a bar that you may not want to see.
Hey, Mish.
Mish might want to see, but the rest of us don't want to see. Well, I know Karen might want to see too, but you know.
Hey, Mish, how hot is it down there in Australia?
I don't think you're supposed to ask how hot it is down there, man. I think that's a rule or something.
How hot is it? How hot is it in Australia, Mish? And don't go Celsius. Go temperature-wise.
Well, if it's Celsius, I think you divide
22
it in like
degrees. Is that all?
71 degrees. That's what it said. Partly cloudy sky, 71 degrees. I don't know. All right, shut up, Siri. Damn, she talks too much. She's getting to be like Alexa. No, Jim, we got to go to break in a few minutes. Why? You know what? I think I did see that. Hold on, let me go see. I thought I seen somebody send it to me a little while ago. Was that you? Oh, yeah, this one. I know what you're talking about. Putin strokes WW3 fears by threatening unimaginable strike on Europe. Death to the fucking Europeans. Death to the fucking Europeans. Damn, Putin, calm down, dude. He's all mad what you Europeans did, Putin now, man. Oh, you pissed his Trump off. Now you know they fuck buddies, man. What are you doing, people? Oh, Europe, I forgot you made him mad. You never should have turned on Trump. Now he's mad. Putin don't like you messing with his boy.
You know what? Europe are a bunch of dumbasses, man. That EU or NATO, they're a bunch of dumbasses. They are.
NATO is not as dumb as EU is, though. NATO wants to do something. The general in charge, he's really got his shit together. He wants to do something, but you know, so many of them haven't paid their dues for so long. If all of them paid everything they owed, plus start putting their 5% in like they would, in less than 2 years, NATO would be a beast. In 5 years, it'd be unstoppable. With the U.S. backing it up, it'd be unstoppable. And that's what it's supposed to be. It was never meant for the United States to protect the EU all of our lives. It's why are we doing it? It would be one thing if they were paying us. or we were getting something out of it. But we don't get anything out of it.
It's like 2.5. If you times the Celsius by 2.5, that's Fahrenheit. And if you have the Fahrenheit, you divide it by 2.5, that's the Celsius.
Jay's smoking that crack again.
Well, that's what they were trying to figure out the temperature earlier. That's basically what it is.
Just ask Siri or Google or somebody.
Colorado. Heidi said that she was at 93 degrees under her pine tree.
Yes, but
not here.
We realized Heidi had been smoking that stuff and really wasn't sure where she was.
Yeah. It may have smelled like pine, but it wasn't a pine. It was a different kind of tree.
Officials warned that Russia may be prepared to unleash devastating attack if tensions with the West continue to escalate. Moscow invasion of Ukraine, now in its 4th year, has pushed relations between Russia and the Western nations to its lowest point since the Cold War era.
What tensions in the West are they talking about?
One that we banned them from selling anything or buying anything, pretty much. All they can get stuff is from Iran and Cuba and Venezuela. No, they can't get none from Venezuela anymore.
No, not anymore.
They can't get none from fucking Iran either anymore. So it's just China and Cuba, and really can't get none from Cuba. So it's just China. I know it sucks. A recent let's see, further heightened anxiety, including the United Kingdom intercepting vessels believed to be part of Russia's so-called shadow fleet, a network accused of helping Moscow evade sanctions with Western governments by sneaking oil around and building weapon stockpiles. Ooh, so we're just taking those and keeping them now. Fuck you, Russia.
Yeah, or sinking them. I think they sunk one of them.
Well, here, answer me this question, all right? If Putin had the balls, I hear that, England's a bitch. They're a bunch of assholes over in England. And but why would Putin want to help Iran, knowing that Trump could destroy Putin?
Well, one, Putin doesn't have that fear because Putin has 5,000 nuclear weapons, so he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
Secondly,
and he thinks he's unstoppable on top of that.
And secondly, he thinks he can take the UK easier than the Ukraine. So he doesn't. He just feels like he could roll right over the UK, and he doesn't think Europe would get involved because Europe really hasn't gotten involved.
I don't know. He's having a lot of trouble with Ukraine, but the king of all navies is having trouble floating a navy to protect. Really, what boils down to their particular specific interests in the Strait of Hormuz, and they're flailing to move in that direction.
Well, three tactical nukes on the British Isle pretty much immobilizes their fleet, most of their air force, and a lot of their soldiers. So
I think their fleet's already immobilized.
Russia will just roll up in there.
You know who surprised me is that chick from Italy, man. She was a Donald Trump lover, and now she don't like the idea of what's happening over in Iran, and she's just there putting all her shit into Saudi Arabia and stuff to protect them and not helping the United States.
Well, no, that's what we wanted her to do. See, the whole thing we were bitching about is we wanted our allies to protect their allies, which is countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar, and to cruise the Hormuz Strait. That leaves us free to continue to beat the living shit out of Iran. But if we got to start defending all of our allies over there and the strait and kick the shit, that's stretching us out. It's not that we can't bring in more people. We can bring in more planes and all, but that's not the point. It's just racking up expenses is what that is. So we want them to take care of that. We don't want to have to worry about any of the stuff behind us. We want to just be able to go ahead and continue till we wipe out enough of the guard in Iran that somebody else will take over. That somebody not.
I think Trump's going to take Karg Island, and by taking, I mean not only during this point of strategery. They've already destroyed its capacity to send oil back to Iran, so they're not going to get any more oil from it. But I think he means to, after everything settles down, keep it as a means of generating revenue for the United States. by refining oil there.
He might.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Helen
Hey,
is
Joe.
growing from the inside. Scientists don't like that. I don't like that either. I'm glad I don't live up there.
Hey, Joe. Question real quick. Why is the Tripoli at the Strait with
Wait,
all
what?
the Marines on? You know the Tripoli USS.
We got two ships out with Marines on. We got one with 5,200 and one with 2,200.
Why is that?
The last one they sent had 2,500 on it.
Well, they upped it the other day. They just upped it. That's all. They so more than likely one of them's headed to the island, and one is headed to the shore to start to protect the shoreline from. So what we want to do is we want to make it a barrier so they can't shoot the ships going through there. So if we take the island, we can install a lot of equipment, anti-ballistic missiles, all kind of other kind of missiles we can install. But more than that, if we install 5,000 Marines on the shore, then they can probably cover a 15-mile radius pretty comfortably. So once we have that 15-mile zone or 10-mile zone, any missiles coming in will have that long, at least 3 minutes to shoot them down. So it gives us a waypoint, because if we didn't, they could just roll all the way up to the shore and put a missile there, and as a ship passed, just launch it, and then 2 seconds later, it would be in the side of the ship, and there's nothing anybody could do about it. We need to give us a gap so we can shoot those missiles down.
So would that be considered boots on the ground?
Yeah, technically it would be. They're not really fighting boots on the ground, though. Now there has been a rumor that amongst these guys is a special forces group that may go in and try to get what's his name alive, the new Ayatollah.
I don't think he is alive, so good luck for that.
I don't think he's alive either.
I think he might have
I think he's dead.
Anna Paulina Luna issues update on UFO file release. Very serious.
What bullshit? I don't think anything's happening with that.
That's what it just said. I'm reading it to you live right now.
Oh, I have something to say about aliens. I found out aliens, from what I hear, are demonic. Is that true?
No. They've been trying to say that for decades.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's old church stories in the 12th and 13th century, sure, but I don't think there's any truth to it.
You don't have to do it. You can do it like the easiest way to do it is, first off, what the hell does a demon need with a flying saucer? I mean, really, he doesn't need any of that to scare the shit out of somebody. Does the devil need one, for that matter? Why are there so many of them flying around? And then why, some of them may get treated bad, but some of them get treated quite well. Kind of racks the theory out of the water, but and they've been around a long time before demons and goblins. That's how long they've been here. So we know it's not that. You know what? I think a lot of the stories are about them, especially when you hear in Europe about the little people. I think a lot of those stories are about the grace being seen in that, because there are, especially when you look at the human aliens and the reptilian aliens, and you look back at the ancient worldians in Mesopotamia and Egypt and Samaria, they talk about the humans and reptilians quite often and quite a lot. The statues of them all over the place. There's all kind of stuff about them.
And or what were the knights fighting? They were fighting a dragon, or they were fighting a dark necromancer.
They're fighting something. No, it might have just been fighting an alien or something worse. Well, there's so much of this stuff. So it's like the Ark of the Covenant. So some people think it's a communication device. Some people think it's a weapon. It's all in what you want to believe it may or may not be. Well, because there's been a couple of instances where they said people, I think in Baghdad, had opened it up and it left their face sunburned. Didn't kill them, just left their face sunburned. And someone spoke to them. They spoke back to them. Was it God? I don't know. But when you listen to the stories about Moses, his face was also burnt. Coincidence? Not just them either. There's other stories about encounters with God where their faces were burnt. high energy being. What was it? So that's the thing, guys. It's, I told you I lost a good job because I said one time Jesus could have been an astronaut, and it is quite possible that all of our religion is based on somebody else's space program.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be just a bitch?
Yeah, it would.
So, but I mean, Jeffrey, how do you pick your religion? Because there's a lot of religions, over 1,000 religions. How do you pick it? Because you were raised somewhere to believe a certain way. So if you were raised Christian or Catholic or Baptist, you were raised a certain way. Catholics believe a little differently than all the rest of the Christians do. And the Baptists believe as long as you're saved, you go to heaven no matter what.
Yeah.
Catholics believe as long as you get extra unction, you go to heaven no matter what. You could be dying, you could even be dead. As long as the priest comes in and gives you extra unction, you can go.
Come on, man. In order to get, for a Catholic, you need at least $1 million to buy your way into heaven. You know that as well as I do.
You've got $1 million.
You know that.
Going to heaven. That's the problem. You got $1 million. You ain't going to heaven. You're going to the other guy's house.
Yeah.
God said he don't like rich people. They're too snotty for him.
I remember, I'm going to share this story with you. When I was in the 6th grade, my mom broke her ankle, okay? And she couldn't go to Mass. She was a devoted Catholic, going to Mass every Sunday. And she couldn't go because she was in a wheelchair. She broke her ankle. So one day, the pastor came down to our house, okay? Not to see how she was doing, but he wanted to know where the money was for the church. That's a true story.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
That's a true story.
I don't doubt that, not even a little bit. Oh, man, we done went past another break. Man, y'all are bad tonight.
I gave you the warning twice.
Don't. That's what is that song? Oop bop, eepity beepity bop. Hey, wait, what's this one?
What are we gonna listen to?
Baby Trump goes to Ireland.
Oh,
How about some BNN?
That's the one. That's the day with Senator John Kennedy.
Oh yeah, the BNN.
Baby Trump and John Kennedy. Oh my God!
Excuse me, there's a couple of them now. This is the Irish one.
The one where he has to go rescue him from the Ayatollah.
No, that's a different one. Yeah, it's a whole different one here. Let me see. What is this crazy?
I love that Baby Trump.
Oh
thing.
God, those are funny. The one with him versus Ilhan is just it's classic funny.
Okay, let's see. Where am I at? All right, guys, we're going to go to break. Somebody's going to play promos when we come back. Won't be me. It'll be one of these two guys. But we're going to put some baby Trump on. We're putting some baby Trump on going to Ireland with John Kennedy. Don't ask me what's coming because I don't know.
And I'll play some promos.
Okay, here we go. Cool. Screen on. Baby Trump, baby Trump. Here we go, baby Trump.
We're going
All right, so
beautiful country, green everywhere. Strange choice for a whole country, but I respect the commitment. Very strong branding, tremendous actually.
Mr. President, says here, the Irish have been making whiskey since the 1400s. That's longer than America's been a country. That's the kind of dedication I can get behind.
I don't drink. Everybody knows that. But I respect 600 years of commitment. I have that same focus, just with deals and Diet Coke instead.
Sir, what exactly is the purpose of this trip? Because the briefing folder was empty except for a napkin that said in Sharpie.
John, that napkin is the briefing. We're going to a pub, okay? I'm going to shake some hands, and you're going to do your Southern charm thing. And we're going to have the best St. Patrick's Day ever. It's going to be bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Look at that. A rainbow.
Wow.
They're keeping the true roots of the rainbow here, not like the left-wing lunatics we have in America. And many people here are saying that rainbow leads to gold. And if there's gold, I should probably have it. For the country, of course. Hello, Ireland. Your favorite American president is here. And that's me, by the way. You're welcome.
Maybe ease in gentler, sir. You don't startle people who are drinking. That's day one.
John, I don't ease in, I arrive. Obama would have eased in, not me. I come through the door and the room gets better. It's a gift. It really is a tremendous gift, actually.
What'll it be, lads?
Diet Coke, the best you've got. American if possible.
We have Guinness.
Give my friend whatever he wants. He's from Louisiana. He'll drink anything.
I'll take a Guinness World Record of whiskey and whatever that fella in the corner's having, because he looks like he's living his best life. You know, Mr. President, my granddaddy always said the Irish and the Cajuns are basically the same people. We both talk funny, drink too much, and have strong opinions about potatoes.
That's a beautiful observation, John. Very cultural. Somebody write that down. John, look who just walked in.
Top of the morning. Where's the corned beef, Jack?
He's dressed like a leprechaun who got lost at a yard sale.
Fellas, my ancestors are from here, you know? The Bidens, from County Mayo or Louth. Jill has it written down somewhere.
Bullshit.
Joe, how did you even get here?
Someone put me on a plane and I fell asleep in D.C. and woke up here. It happens more than you'd think, pal. Last month I woke up in Portugal. Nice people, good bread.
He accidentally lands in countries and claims heritage. You're like Columbus, except you don't know where you are either. Unbelievable.
I'm serious, fellas. I feel it in my bones. The Irish thing. When I hear a fiddle, I get emotional. When I see a potato, I get emotional. When I see green, I get, I'm wearing it head to toe, so clearly something's happening.
Sir, getting emotional at potatoes is not proof of ancestry. That's just being hungry.
Right. Shut your mouths. Put your pints down. I'm only saying these questions once. I don't repeat myself. I've never repeated myself. Teams of 3. Winner gets a trophy and a tab. Let's go.
Watch it, lad. I'll get my Secretary of War on the line and it won't be pretty. Anyways, this quiz should be easy. I'm very confident we're going to win. I win everything, quite frankly. Pub quizzes, elections, negotiations, you name it. Very natural talent over here.
Question 1. What is the capital of Ireland?
Dublin. Very easy. Beautiful city. Reminds me of Manhattan, but greener and with less Trump property, which I could fix very quickly.
It is Dublin. Even the American got that one. Question 2. Who was the first president of Ireland?
I got this. It was a fella, Irish fella. Wore a hat, I think. Oh, something. O'Brien, O'Malley, or no, was it Bono?
He said Bono, the rock star? Joe thinks Bono was the president of Ireland. I just want to remind everyone that this man had the nuclear codes for 4 years.
The answer is Douglas Hyde, sir, 1938.
Douglas Hyde is right. This southern fella knows his stuff. But the old lad in the green suit, Bono, mother of God. Question 3. What river runs through the city of Limerick?
The Limerick River, obviously. They named the city after the river, or the river after the city. Very basic branding. I do the same thing with my...
Oh, shit.
Skip it, Joe.
Yeah, skip it.
Sorry. I was looking at
my property.
It's the Shannon lad. Not even close. He came in with the confidence of a lion and the knowledge of a goldfish. I almost respect it.
Pete, he just called me a goldfish. Stand by.
Question 4. In Irish mythology, what is a leprechaun said to hide at the end of a rainbow?
Shoes. They make shoes. Little tiny shoes. Leprechauns are shoe guys. They're the cobblers of the fairy world, Jack. Come on.
The answer is gold, Joe. Gold. Even babies know this. You went with shoes in front of Ireland?
They do make shoes, though. I'm wrong about the question, but I'm right about the shoes, pal.
It's a pot of gold. But the old fella's not entirely wrong about the shoes. Leprechauns are cobblers in the mythology. He's got the spirit of a man who studied for the wrong exam but still showed up. I respect it.
I'll tell you, if this quiz was about things that almost make sense but don't quite, Biden would be undefeated. He's the world champion of the wrong neighborhood of the right answer.
Thank you, Senator. I think that that felt like a compliment wrapped in an insult, wrapped in a biscuit.
Last question for the trophy. What saint is celebrated on March 17th?
St. Patrick. I know that one. I've been waiting the whole quiz for this.
Correct. Obviously, me dead grandmother could have gotten that one. But a win's a win. Your winners tonight somehow are the Americans.
That's funny.
Now that's something. Haven't seen footwork like that since my cousin Boudreaux tried to dodge a gator at a family reunion.
I used to dance like this at weddings. Jill said I look like a washing machine on a spin cycle. But people clapped. Some of them, a few clapped. Well, one guy did. Anyways.
One guy clapping at a wedding is not an endorsement, sir. That's a man trying to get you to stop.
He doesn't know a single step, and he's out there like he invented the dance. Very brave or very concerning. I'm saying both. All right, Ireland. Your favorite president's going to show you how it's done. Never done this before, but I'm very confident I'll be incredible. First try. That's how I operate.
I love it.
That's hilarious.
Mr. President, I want you to know, sitting in an Irish pub on St. Patrick's Day with a president who don't drink and a former president who can't remember what he's drinking is somehow the most fun I've had since my last crawfish boil. And I don't say that lightly. The Irish know how to do it. Good music, good people, and a pub that feels like your grandmother's living room if your grandmother served whiskey.
Beautiful country, John. The Diet Coke was
don't have
warm, but the
crawfish in
energy was
Ireland.
world class. I might buy this place. Trump's Shamrock, gold letters.
No, please don't.
He's going to miss me. Doesn't know it yet. Half the time, people don't realize they miss me until after I've left.
I'm having a great time, fellas. I don't remember most of it, but the parts I do remember are fantastic. The shoe question, especially. That was my moment, Jack.
I want to do a toast. Everybody raise your glass to Ireland. Beautiful country, by the way. Very green. I love it. To the Irish people who've been putting up with rain for thousands of years. That's almost more impressive than anything I've done. Almost. To St. Patrick, who kicked the snakes out, which is what I do in Washington every day. And to the Baby News Network. Subscribe. Your favorite president demands it.
Sláinte.
Sláinte. Come on, man. Where's my beer? It was green well, anyway.
You spilled it, Joe.
That was good. I'm happy now, Joe. I'm happy
There
now.
you go, guys.
I'm happy now.
And good shit. I declare that stuff will never get old.
Yes, well, they had. What did I do with the other one? I don't know what to do with the other one. Put the other one somewhere.
Do you want me to play? Do you want me to play things? Promos?
Wait, no, not yet. Hold on. I'm looking for something. I can find it again. Sometimes I need to remember to save stuff when I'm looking for it. Oh no, look, it came right up. I'll be a son of a bitch. This is for Sean.
Jimmy Olsen.
This is the first lady in Daisy Dukes.
Oh, no way. Whoa.
Yeah, here we go. Hold on. A lady
Yeah,
got my
come on.
close your eyes. This is dirty stuff. Bad stuff.
You're gonna have to dump a girlfriend. You're gonna have to dump a girlfriend to pick this one up, Sean.
Okay,
I don't
here
have
we
a girlfriend,
go.
brother.
Here we go. Oh, it's even got a disclaimer. That's never a good sign when there's a disclaimer. It starts out with a disclaimer. Okay, here we go. Put it on full screen for y'all. Here we go. And a bleep.
No.
Picking things up, girl.
Born in a shack down a dusty lane. Could outshoot the boys in a turkey game. Knew how to light a fire.
That's right. You right, Jimmy. That's right. It's Jimmy. Jimmy Olsen's girlfriend.
Play banjo loud till way past dark. She met a man in a big old gold tower. He had strange hair and a love for power.
They sneak off late to the hayloft high.
While his mama yelled, boy, get home by night. Oh, Melania, she's tough as nails. Can wrangle a hog and outdrink the males. Now she's wearing pearls where the chandeliers are. From the chicken coop straight to the president's car. called her up for a date. But he showed up late in the wrong damn state. You're sweet but slow. I ain't waiting around for a no-show Joe. No, Melonia, she can split a log, outrun a hound, and outshoot a hog. Now she's sipping
Well, anybody can outshoot a hog.
far from the chicken coop straight to the president's car. Tractor around the White House lawn with a mega cap and a dress from the line. Oh, Melania, she's a backwoods queen from the mud on her boots to the political scene. Still carries moonshine in a mason jar from the chicken coop straight to the president's car. Hey! God bless y'all and pass the gravy.
Taxes was chasing updates and getting nowhere.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Stop this conversation. We got no relation.
Hi, and welcome everyone to Ethereal Encounters Unveiled. Today we are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
Okay.
closer to finding out that aliens are real? Possibly. President Donald Trump has directed Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth to release any government files related to unidentified flying objects and aliens. Trump's move comes as he criticized former President Barack Obama for saying that aliens are real but are not being kept in Area 51.
He gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake.
Trump has repeatedly addressed the subject of aliens and UFOs over the years, usually striking a tone of skepticism mixed with curiosity rather than outright belief.
I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it.
A 2021 Pew Research Center survey found that almost 2/3 of Americans say that their best guess is that intelligent life exists on other planets. After triggering a flurry of speculation based on his remarks, Obama clarified that statistically, the universe is so vast, the odds are good that life is out there. However, Trump is now escalating the issue by ordering a review and a release of any documents related to UFOs and extraterrestrial life, among other matters.
Sorry.
Are we getting closer to finding out that aliens are real? Possibly.
We're not.
Probably not. Probably not. Don't get your hopes up.
No, aliens are demonic. Aliens are demonic.
No, aliens don't want to be demonic. Demonic sucks. Demonic probably isn't real either.
Actually, one of the rumors is that some of the data that the military-industrial complex has, and not necessarily the U.S. government has, is that some of them are possibly interdimensional.
I'm going to ask a question here. Now, I'm 63. I keep hearing it, but I don't know what it is. What is what Jay just said?
Interdimensional means they come from another dimension.
No. That department of the war. What was it called? You said. You just said it, Jay.
Industrial complex.
Yeah. What is that?
That is, basically, Skunk Works, Boeing, General Dynamics, TRW, my father's company. But it's basically any company that contracts and builds boats and ships for the Navy, airplanes for the Air Force and the Navy.
Long-range bombers, stuff like that.
Pretty much, that's it. The whole thing. It's everything.
There's a lot of GEs
So that's what
involved.
that is.
A huge entity of multiple corporations and military entities.
So big companies usually have wings that deal with the government, the military part of the government. Even though you like the GE who's making your washer and dryer, they're also making parts for bombers and stuff like that. Now Lockheed is just a military contractor. Right? They don't make anything else.
Who makes the minigun?
General
Electric.
So you get and then when you look at Boeing does make commercial stuff. They make jets for flying around the world, things for us, but they also make a lot of military stuff themselves. So you're going to see a lot of crossover between a lot of these companies, but some of them are just going to be strictly military companies, specialties and different type of electronic systems, electronic warfare, stuff like that.
Skunk Works division of Northrop.
And then they had originally they had just Skunk Works, which everybody had a department in. I don't know. They do it a little different now, but
yeah, Boeing has something similar. Theirs is like a raccoon, but they have their own, Skunk Works.
Well, no, the government had their own Skunk Works, but each company contributed one division to the Skunk Works, which made them actually quite a powerful entity. No, that's DARPA, Jeffrey, and DARPA is developing a lot of stuff, but DARPA now falls under Space Command.
Yes, it originally started off in 1956 as ARPANET or ARPA. It's what originally became the first email that was ever sent. And then in 57, 58, they transitioned from ARPANET to DARPANET, Defense Advanced Research Project Network. And that's the internet. What we work with now is emails, what they developed in 1957.
And then now we just have DARPA, the space program, flying jets for 2 and 3 years.
Well, they get their fingers in all the kinds of things, but it's all kinds of. It's not just space related.
So why does everybody talk bad about the complex, the military?
Because it said they control the government as a proxy government, like a puppet.
In the old days, but not today. It's hard because You can try to control the president, and Obama
Well,
would have probably been
Truman
easy.
and Eisenhower both warned us about it too.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You have to, it's going to go by president. So Reagan was not going to be controlled by anybody. You can fucking forget that. And I doubt Daddy Bush was going to be either. And he was part of the complex because he was the head of the CIA. But I doubt he was going to be. But people like Bill Clinton and Barack Obama and Joe Biden probably were running the complex. Trump's going to be like, "Fuck you! I'm the president of the free world. Fuck off."
Well, that's why they tried to kill Reagan. He didn't want to play ball with the military-industrial complex.
Tried to kill Trump too, but that's the thing. They lose out when they upset a president, though, because they can be replaced by someone else. As companies found out a couple of years back, they lost contracts. Well, it's a big game, but it's a lot of money involved in this game.
Billions and billions of dollars.
More like trillions these days.
Well, Trump, nowadays, but you know.
Thank you for explaining that to me, guys. I appreciate that.
It's outrageous. And well, anytime you think, oh, we should have a space plane, this is 2026. We should have had a space plane 2 decades ago.
Yeah, but we did. It was just with top secret.
Oh no, no. I said that on to I was giving a lecture at college. I said, well, we should have said, well, we did. We had the space shuttle. I was like,
well, we also had one that is not like the space shuttle, where it didn't need a booster rocket to get up to space. This thing could go on its own in and out of space, multi-atmospheric jet. But it was still, again, top secret, and it still is, really. I mean, it's only marginally not top secret because if I believe the model company Revel, if they make a kit of it, they've likely it's going to be top secret very soon. The funny thing is because like 88, 89. Well, Buck Rogers was still pretty popular, but they came. I went to the model store and they had when Buck Rogers was on TV in the 84, 85 seasons. They had a model of his spaceships, right? So I'm walking through this model shop and I see Buck Rogers' spaceship, but it's done in black and it's in a Revel military case, like model box, not a sci-fi Buck Rogers box. And it said F-117 stealth fighter on it, but it was Buck Rogers' space plane. And I'm like, that can't be right. But then a few years later, it came out of top secrecy, and then they started making them. And I was like, but there is a correlation to almost all the top secret planes that came out, SR-71, U-2. This company, Revel, produced a model kit, very accurate ones of those final designs of the SR-71, U-2, and other secret planes before they were top secret, or before they were not top secret. So that's kind of weird. I guess it's kind of part of the.
They might have been doing
complex.
their design company might have been working with them.
Yeah, well, I mean, they absolutely got hold of the designs. It's whatever it is, it's accurate. But it's probably because they know they're coming out of, they're retiring it from top secrecy, so that's why they do it.
Francesca, I'm sorry. I don't think the government knows dick about aliens. Not the everyday government. No, they don't know squat. After talking with them, I don't. They were too surprised and too reactive to things that were said. They don't know. Maybe the Men in Black know. The industrial complex knows some of it, but the problem with the industrial complex is they only know the military or the practical use side. They don't know everything else that deals with it. So they're only partially involved. And our government don't know squat. So you'd have to resort to basically either the military abduction people, which is retired military complex, or the or the Men in Black. And those are probably just rogue grays, or some of them anyway. So I don't know. It's other than that, I don't know who can tell you anything. Reagan doesn't know. He might know they exist, but he don't know anything else.
Well, I mean, no, he was briefed he was pretty well briefed in depth because his vice president Bush wanted it so, but not all presidents for most part they don't usually read a president in on the UFO question until their second term. Reagan was one of the exceptions. He was read in on his first.
Yes, and they're pretty sure that there hasn't been a Democrat that's been told since over 60 years.
Since before
Really? Obama didn't know. Clinton didn't know. Clinton made a big deal out of it. Clinton was trying
Clinton
to
said, I
find
want to
out.
know. They won't tell me.
Clinton went to who was the richest, the Rockefeller. He was trying to get through them to find out what was going on, and he
Yeah, I
couldn't
think
find
Rockefeller
out.
told him to fuck off.
Yeah. Well, no, they were working with him. The problem was when he called whatever general at the Pentagon and said, I want to go to Area 51, he actually, a CIA guy called him back.
He yelled at him.
With an admiral in tow and said, you do not have the clearance. And of course, he said, I'm the president of the United States. I have fucking clearance to go anywhere. And he says, you do not, because you're only going to serve for 8 years. We're serving for life. He said, they're not going to trust you with the secret. And they didn't. And they didn't give it to Obama either. Like, fuck you. You don't need to know. It's one thing about the military. When it's need to know, it's need to know. And if the president don't need to know, the president don't need to know. Because the guy who made that decision is probably 5 presidents back or 4 presidents back.
Truman, I think, started it. Yeah.
Well, Jeffrey, there's hints about different meetings at different times in America's history. There was supposed to be one right after the Revolution. There was George Washington was actually supposed to be the first president who actually met extraterrestrials. There's actually quite a bit of writing about it, but still, you can't prove any of the numbers were there. And did he write it? Is it in the book that they hand from president to president? I guess you go back to chapter 1 and say, son of a bitch, the old guy seen aliens. And who's seen it? Jimmy Carter seen them. Jimmy Carter believed, man, they were real.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is would you have trusted Clinton with the secret? No.
Barry Goldwater, Senator, well, I forget what state he was for, Arizona maybe. This stapler belonged to my mom when she was his secretary, and when she left to have me, he gave it to her when she left the job. And this has been in my since it's older than me. This stapler, but he was a big, strong proponent of UFOs as well.
Yeah, it's a shame that we're where we are in the UFO things because, well, maybe Pete will put some stuff out and say, look what I found, man. The damn thing landed on the Pentagon's roof. Holy crap. Or do you want Pete talking to you? Come on, he wants to start a war with everybody.
Yeah, he does, don't he?
I can see him up there. I can see him up there talking to her. I am Pete. I will kill you now. And the Grey go, really? Psst. Oh, I guess you did now, Pete.
No. I watch him. I watch him talk, and it's like you're right, Joe. He just wants to go to fight everybody. He reminds me of Jay. I even said that to my brother one night.
Doomsday Pete, man.
Doomsday Pete.
Doomsday Pete and Doomsday Jay.
Do you and Pete talk a lot, Jay? I mean,
I don't know who Pete is, to be honest.
Pete has that in charge of the board. He's in charge of the Department of War, man.
That Pete, yeah. No, we haven't spoken lately. He's kind of busy.
No, James, can you believe he didn't know who Pete was? James, you just fly up to Pittsburgh and just.
I thought you were talking about some, internet blogger. I don't know I know who you're talking about.
We don't give credit to internet bloggers. Fuck them kind of people. Influencers. Influencers can suck my right ass. No, actually, some lady told me that we were somewhere. And she goes, "Well, aren't you an influencer?" I said, "Nope, I'm an asshole." I said, "Really, I'm a dick, but still, whichever. It doesn't matter. I'm not an influencer."
Would you consider
influencers don't do this to their audiences? Okay,
would you consider us influencers?
No, an influencer would be like we'd be going out and showing people, things we bought or we got sponsored by so and so, and we have to wear this certain outfit for the day. Yeah, that's an influencer.
Anybody can be an influencer. You got to intentionally, though. You have to intentionally want to direct whatever it is, and you have to plan on being online a lot.
Yeah.
Like the food influencers, they're just eating all day.
Well, some do everything. They'll show you their what they're eating. They show you what they're wearing. They show you the new makeup that they just got, and a whole bunch of purses that they're going to try out for different nightlife things. It's wacky.
They make
No, I mean,
money.
but some influencers
Some
talk
do, yeah.
politics. No, I mean, some are talking politics, some are talking God, some are talking food, some are talking clothes. It's just some are just talking everyday life and bullshit. I know I used to leave a cam on 5 years ago. I just left the cam on all the time when I was going to work and hanging out and stuff. And that motherfucker got popular fast. And half the time they weren't watching anything. A lot of times they were just watching road going. So I had it muted so you couldn't hear us talking. So you just, just a highway going by. Sometimes it's, they were watching the day the fucking a hawk flew into the windshield in the mirror of my car. It was the camera was facing out the side window. This hawk just came in, and just hit the side window, side mirror, and just tore it all up, tore itself all up too. So people were writing on making comments on that for weeks after that. That bird committed suicide. I think the bird did commit suicide.
Well, birds often, particularly male birds, will, like a big patio window, might see their reflection and try to attack it. And when they hit the window, they usually die.
Yeah, but not generally when you're doing 80 miles an hour. They usually stay away from your window or your mirrors. I mean, my partner Sam used to have one. His black truck had one of the big side mirrors on it, and the bird used to come sit there and flirt with itself all day, and of course, shit all over his truck, which made him crazy. If some bird was eating some kind of purple grape or something, or some kind of purple something, it was putting purple all over his truck and his sideboards. And
oh man,
I'm going to kill this person. Move your truck, dude. Just put something over the mirror. He's like, I guess. He said, "Can't I just kill the bird?" I said, "If you want to," I said, "but I mean, just put something over the mirror would take care of the problem." It was driving him crazy, man. He was like, "Damn." But
yeah, he killed one bird. Who's to say another bird doesn't take its place?
Yeah, he called me one day. He got his tractor all struck, and he couldn't get it out. I said, "Dude," I said, "Well, look, I'll come over and help you." I said, "We can use the bucket to push the tractor up, and then use the push. That way, we can get it up high enough to get the wheels." Oh, I didn't even think about that. He called me 10 minutes later. It's out. Dumbass. Oh man. Well, sometimes you just don't think about things. I remember a lot of times when I was doing paperwork, something gets screwed up, $10 a penny. You're like, what the fuck? I just throw it on the side, come back 30 minutes later. I'm like, oh, wow, look, I found it. Or the idea pops in your head. Frankie, we got 14 minutes, my friend. What you got? You want to have Sean's babies?
What?
What are you, a girl, guy? I'm confused because your name's a guy's name. You don't want none of this. So you're a trans. So you're a girl trans into a guy. You don't like guys. I understand that you're a real girl, but you're a trans guy. Like, whatever the hell you call it. I'm confused.
I'm confused too.
I'm easily confused. So you're a real girl that can have babies, but you dress like a guy. Is that what you're telling me? And you have big boobs, but you tape them down.
Oh my God.
And short hair. Well, look, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think he's into that kind of stuff. Hey, just go by his house and get naked. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Just tell him to come on, watch my show on Sunday night, and I'll do my pole dance. And yeah,
that's right. You catch the pole dance.
I pole dance.
Sexy Sean's pole dance Sunday night.
Yep.
Right after the truck and tractor pull. Only it's not a truck or a tractor they're pulling.
Rebecca Bluebird. Well, Rebecca Bluebird, I don't know what to tell you. He's not going to be in the guys. Well, make yourself cute. I don't know. Look, no, he lives in New York City. Yeah. Downtown New York. I think in Brooklyn somewhere. Yeah. His name's Sean. Look him up in Brooklyn. There's some Brooklyn pizzeria. He hangs out down there a lot, too. You might see him down there.
Alberto's, Albertino's. What is it?
Yeah, some place down there he goes and hangs out. I haven't really. The war's just like I just said. This is like watching war in slow motion. Mystery of Iran's new supreme leader baffles intelligence beyond weird because he's dead or he's messed up.
He's dead. And the funny thing is, though, like the 47 or 50 or 70, however many tiers of leadership that we know are dead, all of their social media accounts are still active and broadcasting daily or posting daily, including the Ayatollah, the Ayatollah Jr. So that tells you something. Someone's in control there of their media pages, but these dead people are still posting. Whatever.
I've seen a rumor where the Prime Minister of Israel is dead. Have you guys seen
Yeah,
that?
but he seen that rumor himself and went out in the street the next day walking
Yeah,
around.
he replied
He's like,
to it
no, I'm still
immediately.
alive, people. Don't worry about me. I'm still alive. He was making sure everybody knew he was still alive. But the Ayatollah still has not showed himself. He said he's made a couple of speeches, but he still has not showed himself. Well, we're gonna keep talking till we don't hear what we're looking
That's
for.
funny. You're funny, Kevin. You're funny, buddy.
This is supposed to be a bombing.
It's muted.
Yeah, I muted it on purpose so we could talk because I'm interested in the bombing. I mean, this is old. How old is this?
Yes, I am,
16,
Kara.
isn't it?
That's September
Yes, I am.
27th. Iraq, Iran. This is old, man. Get the hell out of here. We ain't interested in this shit. This shit's older than I am. Get out of here. We don't use those kind of jets no more. Loose on X. Wait, what? Amelia sent me this.
What happened?
No, she sent me. It says posted by Moose on the Loose on X. She sent me a couple of things.
What does that even mean?
I'm thinking it's the person. I'm thinking. Yeah, she sends us some pretty good stuff. Okay, this one's got OMG next to it. I guess we better look and see what it is. I don't know. My Instagram ain't working. I won't let it come up on Instagram. What the hell? I have to start sending me stuff on Facebook or Messenger. Nah, I don't know, Frank. Don't ask me why it won't come up. It's just being a you know what.
Hey, Sean, there's a question for you.
What we
Sean,
doing,
are you
Sean?
going to pole dance in your kilt? I sure am, Kara. Sunday night.
There are just some things I don't need to know.
Commando style too.
Oh,
Pole
man.
dancing. He does poles while dancing.
Amelia sent this to Sean, man. Sean, Amelia's being bad. Where is the rum at? What would you name these? Is this the name of this? Here we go. Is it up?
Amelia sent this?
Yeah. Oh, no, I hit that remove. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
These
What
things.
would
What would
you
you
name this?
They look like vagina cakes.
Yeah. Vagina cake.
Vagina
Man.
Yeah, kind of.
I would call him.
Send that.
She did most certainly send that.
Look, no,
Did she really?
You spell it Gina's Cookies, GINA''S, but you pronounce
She's a
it
bad
Gina.
girl, man.
Oh my God, my virgin eyes.
It's
I'm gonna have to wash my eyes out with Clorox bleach now because that
Yeah,
is
you need
like.
to put and for those guys that like it kind of hairy, you got to put a little chocolate sprinkles on it for those guys that like the hairy stuff.
Oh God, no.
What's a Jack? No, she sends me over some pretty cool links sometimes.
That's
Well, we
pretty cool.
talk on Telegram and we share some stuff over there. But she sends me a lot of
Thank you,
food on
Julia.
Telegram, so I got to stay away from there.
Yeast infection, that's a good one.
Oh, y'all just being nasty now, man. Come on,
Yeah.
that was just nasty.
Yes, Kara, good one.
man.
Kara, yeah.
That was nasty. Oh, man.
That's funny. That was good.
That's some nasty bees, man. That's all I got to say. But what's this one? This one's got next to it. So I wonder what
You can also sprinkle
means.
with crabs for that real, hold down, street hooker feel too, if you want.
Okay, let's see what this is. What John said? No, we're just playing around because she always sends me some good stuff. I wanted to use it earlier and I forgot. Oh, what? Post isn't available. What the fuck? It ain't available.
Hey, your Instagram.
Fucking Instagram. That's what I'm saying. Hold on. She got a couple other ones. Let me go find them. It's no, they're in my mail. I don't know why it said it wasn't available. It's like fuck off. Eggplant parmesan. Ooh, this might be good.
What did she say, Kevin? I missed it. I'll have to go back up and look.
Damn, my science is going
Yeah,
crazy.
yeast infection.
It's funny. You gotta read that, Jay. Good one, Carrie. Did you read that, Joe? Read it. He's
I
on
can't
mute.
hear you, Joe.
I was just saying I'm not even on the page at the moment. I'm on a different
Oh
page.
man, you should see what Carrie just.
I don't know
wrote.
why it won't let me. It won't let me do the Instagram. I guess it's like fuck you on Instagram, buddy.
Oh my gosh, she goes. The thought crossed her mind when Jay keeps rubbing his head.
Okay, that is some things I just do not need to know about. That sounds like that's one of them right there.
Oh my god, that was funny. Oh my god, I'm happy camper now. Yes.
This show's always good for a good laugh. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, y'all got 5 minutes. I better get in whatever questions you got. You better toss them in there. I guess we're not gonna get to see this stuff from Amelia. Well, that sucks. I'll have to ask what was up with that.
So I got a question. I got a question. Why does everyone saying that the Democrats are going to take the House in the midterms?
Because that's what they're
That's
hoping.
only the Democrats saying that, though.
What's that?
That's going to happen.
That's only the Democrats saying it.
So if the war stays on and gas prices are really high and things go up, they got a chance, but they're not going to even get as many seats. It's not going to be any big blue wave. But if Trump ends the war and Venezuela's on the way to being freed and Cuba's on the way to being freed, it's got the 8 peace treaties, gas prices are back down, the Republicans going to win in a fucking landslide. So it's right now, and we'll start talking about this more. So where are we at now? So when I get back in April,
22 days,
May,
22 days in on the war, so 23 days.
So it's May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, those next 6 months, we'll be talking a lot of 2026. There'll be a lot of polls going up, a lot of arguing about whose polls and not what polls. Yeah. Oh no, we got the Dixie chicks coming on. I mean, not the Dixie chicks, the Suicide Girls are gonna come on and do a little stripping for us. It's you don't know who the Suicide Girls are? Shame on you people. Yeah, man. It's the tattooed girls. Yeah, the ones that are all tattooed up, the really hot ones, but they're all tattooed up. Yes. Samantha, you're right. I'm not into girls with tattoos. Not sexually, anyway. How's that? No. You want to know why I'm not?
Because they're criminals?
No, it has nothing to do with that. For me, it'd be dating a woman who's got a tattoo. It's like you'd be dating the person before you. But whatever made her get that tattoo is not part of your life. It's part of the life before you. And the more tattoos they have, the more pieces of their life you've missed out on. But now you have to see all the time that you have missed out on those pieces of life. So I'd rather not do that. Yeah, because I don't have anything against tattoos. I got a lot of friends that have tattoos.
Oh my God, Kara.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What are you saying, Carrie? Is the head, that's the wrong head to itch? Kara says her tattoos are for her family and mental health.
We're fixing Kara some itchy powder stuff. What's the news?
I'm like you, Kara. On my right side's Irish and my son, and on the left side's Native American. And one right here on my heart is my guardian angel, my archangel. But not the ones, that they have full sleeves and I mean girls going around. And nothing against you. God bless you if you want to get your tattoos done like that. But to me, it doesn't look right when the whole body is tattooed up and it's all in dark. You know what I mean? You really
Well, it
don't
also
know.
has to be like more of a prestigious, like what Japanese drug cartel is it? I forget. But they're mafia. So, but you don't see the tattoo because it stops like well before the wrist. So it's always underneath long sleeve shirts and pants. But it was a prestigious thing at one point having that kind of a tattoo.
It's Jimmy, to each his own. Look, just lots of tattoos. I know lots and lots of people with tattoos. I know lots of people without tattoos. Funny part for me is 3 or 4 times when I was in the service, I was going to get one, and every time I would think about it. Oh, when you're like 30, you ain't going to like that. And
you know what? It's not coming off.
Yeah, you know what? I was right. Every tattoo I wanted to get when I was in the Navy, I would hate today.
Man, I got my first one at Tiger Jimmy's in San Diego, California. And I told my dad, and he wanted to crawl through the phone from Pittsburgh and kick my ass for getting a tattoo.
What are you gonna do? It's too late now, but you're in the service and you can do whatever the hell you want.
I still have it. I mean, tattoo artists, I wanted to get it covered, and the tattoo artists were like, no, don't do that. That's your first one. Keep it like it is. And so I've kept it. Looks like a dolphin. It's supposed to be a shark. Looks like a dolphin.
My dad had tats. He was a merchant marine, several of them. He was when he was young. When he got older, he was a realtor. But
you could always have it sharpened up back into a shark.
Yeah, you can always have it. You can always have it. But we got to get out of here, people. Sean Hazlitt's coming on. I don't know what he's talking about. He's crazy, man. No. What are you talking? No, we're out of here now. So you can go see. No, we don't mind. Go check him out. Sean's a nice guy. He's got a good show. A lot of fun to listen to.
Yeah, he has a great show. Sean does. Yeah.
He's only partially insane. That's why we like him.
Your glass darkly. Iran war update.
Yep, there you go. He's been updating. He was on it last week. I do still have books to give away. You're right. Too bad. You should have reminded me before we had to go. So, no, the question for the author's quill was, for book 37, when was the gala event? Book 36 and 37, because it was the same year. What was the gala event? It was the first year back from COVID for Writers of the Future. And it took forever for anybody to get it right. I even told them it was after 2014. Because people were doing like 88, 99. I'm like, what the fuck are these numbers coming from? I forget now, but it was 2018 or something, 2019 maybe. Something like that. But we got to go. And thank everyone again for tuning into United Public Radio.
Good night, everybody.
Any moans, groans, bitches, complaints, gripes, or anything like that, please feel free to write to Michelle DeRoche. She says she's been lonely. She's been missing y'all. Y'all been writing to her and nothing. You know, she just feels like she doesn't have anything to do.
Had no reason to yell at Joe for a long time.
Yes,
thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
What was it? No,
Jimmy.
So before we go, Michael, when it comes to tattoos, it's an individual choice. It's something that you want. Just think about, what it is and what it's going to look like.
Good night, Kara.
Nothing wrong with getting them. It's just, get what you want, and not just because you're drunk and fucked up. How's that? Best way to get a tattoo.
You'll know that you have a reputable tattoo artist, because if he detects that you're drunk, he won't tattoo you.
Yep.
He's not supposed to anyway. But on that note, again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and the chat. I hope you enjoyed the show. Until next week, have some fun, enjoy life. And if you're listening to us in Iran, all I can tell you is keep your head low. Good night, everybody.
Night.